you like what you see, come and get it with me. I know you deserve all you want, 'cause your heart's made of gold. But don't wait till you're old. If you want it, I get you some.
The new thing is that, you know, as a cis male,
Did you say cyst?
raise your voice, yell, do whatever you feel entitled to do. But as a straight male, if I was a woman, I could do that. If I was a gay male, I could do that. But as a straight male, if I raise my voice, it's wrong.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Bravo Breakdown with Joleen. That's me, stand-up comedian and Bravo superfan Joleen Lunzer, here to talk about tonight's episode of Vanderpump Rules. It was episode 8 of season 10. It was a jam-packed episode. I was studying that episode for Easter eggs. I think I found a couple of things. I want to share it with you guys. I want to hear from you guys. Thank you so much for joining me live. Hit that like Renee is saying, like. Let's set a goal for 1,001 likes. Let's see if we can get it. I think the last video I did, we're almost at 700 likes, which is huge. So thank you guys. Huge. I can barely talk. I'm honestly, I saw a lot in this episode. I saw a lot. There was a cyst man, and he was looking at a giraffe lady. A lot in this episode, and I was screen grabbing. We're going to talk about it. If this is your first time here, I provide comedy and commentary regarding all things Bravo, my obsession, your obsession. You're welcome to your opinion. I have a very strong opinion. Okay, so if you don't like someone with an opinion or who can get sassy, you might be in the wrong place.
That's my opinion!
And I just ate Rubios, and so I'm like, I probably should have flossed, but that's like TMI, you guys. So my opinion, you guys are welcome to your opinions in the chat. Let me know everything you thought about tonight's episode. If you want to support the channel, liking this video is a great way to do it. Also subscribing. We're well on our way to 30,000 subscribers, which is crazy. That is a goal of mine. So you guys, every day we get a little bit closer, and I appreciate you all for it. If you want to support me further, you can follow me on the social media at Joleen Lunzer and at married2 Bravo on Instagram. I'm also on the TikTok at Joleen Lunzer, or you can send a super chat while we're live. It's fun. I'll highlight your comment. I'll read your comment, or you can join my YouTube membership or my Patreon. Okay, we got to get into it. Oh my God. Oh my gosh. Okay. Sando, the cyst male, the straight male. All right, so this episode of Vanderpump Rules tonight, I don't even remember what the hell it was called. Something about an invite, all right? But it was so much more. It was a plethora. Like Ariana says, it was a cornucopia of D's out there. Can I swear yet? It's only been 3 minutes. Okay. I did not think tonight's episode was boring, Shonda, and I'm going to tell you guys why, because now I'm looking for Easter eggs. I'm studying this. This has become my job now to find out, when did this start? And I know that sounds like a shitty job, but let me tell you, I love shitty jobs. Okay. Yes, we're going to have some fun. We're cracking some jokes. We're not taking it too seriously, but we are going to have some fun with these people, and we're going to roast them up a little bit. All right. First, let's get right into the episode. So obviously, my eyes were on Sandy Butt and Rachel Raquel. You know, I was looking at them, just like every interaction they had on this episode. I was like, I'm watching you. You know, I'm like, every step you take, every move you make, every single day, I'll be watching you. Okay. So first things first, we have James Kennedy's dad is back. Oh my God. Okay. Mr. Enabler, because he was a producer. Who did he produce? I'm getting him confused with PK. I don't know if all British white guys look the same, but maybe, I'm not sure. I don't know, you guys, but who is this man? Who is he producing, and why does he think it's okay to tell his son that he doesn't clearly have an alcohol problem? Probably because maybe he has an alcohol problem. It's just, I'm done with it. I'm like, go home, Go home. At least with James Kennedy's mom, she can be a bit much and she can be a little cutting, but she understands the importance of sobriety. And I mean, this guy, just classic enabler. Just what a disappointment. What a disappointment. So I hate to talk about someone's dad like this, but I mean, geez, nice veneers. Okay, I'll say one thing. Nice veneers. But other than that, you are an enabler, sir. Oh, he produced George Michael. Oh, who's that? No, I'm just kidding. That is actually a big deal. That's actually like, oh, that's a pretty big deal. I mean, I can admit when I'm wrong, but how many songs did he produce? You know what I'm saying? And was it George Michael before the bathroom incident in LA or after? After the public restroom thing, because we know all the bangers came before. So if he was producing them after, maybe it's his fault. I don't know. Okay. He gets it from his daddy. Oh, God, I feel like I knew that, but whatever. I'm just going to pretend I didn't know that, you guys. But thank you for your knowledge, Miranda. That was his godfather? Oh, God, you think James would be like cooler? Oh, man. Well, lots of people can just be like, oh, that was your godfather. But is it? Did he send him gifts? Are there pictures together? I'll have to look into this more. Okay. But he's the PK. Okay. He's the Boy George. He's the PK to Boy George, but he's the PK to George Michael. Okay. So was he around during Faith? That's what I'm saying. Not Faith when she was on the show, but like, because I gotta have faith, the faith. I gotta have faith, the faith, baby. Because I'm just doing my impression of Tom Sandy Butt. If you guys are wondering, what the hell is this woman doing? I don't know. Half the time, I do not know. And I hope that's what you guys appreciate about me. Gosh, they have all these new ways to show your screen on here, but I don't like any of them. Isn't that funny how that works? Okay, let's keep going. Thank you, boo-boo. I appreciate you guys. You guys have been so kind in the comments. And you're delights. You're delights. Welcome to the Lean team. Thank you. Okay. Enough about this guy. Congratulations. You produced George Michael. Good. But you should produce good values and lessons in your son. Okay. Because your son clearly has a little bit of an issue with the drinky. And as an alcoholic myself, I can say that. Okay. So I don't know if I can say that, but I will say that. I will definitely say that. What a whammy. Wham! Yes. Oh my God. Their Christmas song, Last Christmas, I'll Give You My Heart, is my favorite Christmas song. Pretty much. Yeah, every year. Obviously Mariah Carey, but we don't have to get into that. It's not Christmas yet, but I really, when I hear Last Christmas at the Gap, I'm like, last Christmas, I'll give you my heart, but the very next day, you gave it away. See, you guys, anybody can do what Sandy Butt is doing, what Tom Sandoval's doing, being a glorified, karaoke band leader. Anybody can do it. I just did it. I just had a show. You guys were just here. I gave you a free karaoke show. It's amazing. Okay. So James talks to his daddy and he's like, Daddy, yeah, so I really like Ali, but what I really mostly like is making Rachel Raquel jelly. It's pretty clear after this episode and after much of this season that James Kennedy is not over Rachel Raquel as much as he wants to be. He is one of those guys that just jumps in a relationship. He loves a relationship. He gets out of one. He's not going to think about it. He's not going to process it. He's going to smoke weed every day, and then he's going to drink a little bit, and then he's going to bang it out of him. The problem is Rachel Raquel has not left his system. And so Allie's there. It's a weird situation with him and Allie because he's always petting her like she's his pet. And he does this thing with women, and that just makes me think that he doesn't understand women, because when you have men who kind of talk to women as if they're a possession or if they're, like a doll, I feel like that's how he talked to Rachel Raquel, and that's how he is talking to Allie. And obviously they're just the most perfect, sweetest little things. They have no other layers to them as women other than being sweet. And how could you be mean to her? She's sweet. She wears pink dresses. She's small, because James Kennedy loves to fat shame. He loves to fat shame. If you are 1 to -5 pounds over underweight, he will fat shame you. Okay. Everyone in this chat right now is a fat ass according to James Kennedy. I didn't make the rules. I didn't make the rules. Okay. That's just what he does. So he's got a lot to learn. But he is the least of my, well, he's kind of my problem, but he's the least of my problems, sort of, this season, because we got bigger fish to fry because Rachel Raquel and Tom Sandy Butt have become the villains. We see like a little small scene with Rachel Raquel and Charlie. We're not really getting, we didn't get really any Charlie this episode. I don't think she likes him that much either. I have a theory on her. I think she definitely wants in the business. She did, study at the old AfterBuzz, which means she wanted to do entertainment reporting. Her BFF is that Zach guy who, not Zach Peter, but the other Zach, I guess you would say, the Zach who covers Bachelor and stuff. Nice guy. But that's her BFF. He's in it. He introduced them, allegedly. So everything we're saying is alleged. Everything is, commentary. But I just think she kind of just wants to be on TV like Rachel Raquel did. What could a lady really find so hot about James Kennedy? He's always talking about his ex-girlfriend. He's kind of a baby. He's emotionally immature. He doesn't have his stuff together. He's crying and begging Lisa every season to keep his DJ job. He'll even DJ on toilet paper rolls. So, he cannot control himself. He yells at women. Everybody's fat. I don't know. Thank you, Zachary Reality. Shout out to Zachary Reality. So yeah, they're, besties. It's not like, and they did AfterBuzz together. And I did AfterBuzz. If you do AfterBuzz, you probably want to somehow be in the industry, talk about these things, talk about television. That's just the name of the game. All right. So Schwartz is just guilty. He's just a guilty little boy, you guys. Speaking of Schwartz, we do have, a tasting. We have a tasting at the Schwartz and Sandy's that I've been to. And let me tell you, the taste I had, drinks, very tasty. I had, non-alcoholic drinks, but they were very tasty. They were good. As far as the food, we had the mushroom beignets or beignatas. It wasn't that good. No offense. It was like pureed mushrooms in a beignet. I'm not like a connoisseur of the foods, but I knew that when it's in my mouth and I'm going, I don't really like that. I ate it all because I am Midwestern and you finish your plate, because there are tons of people out there who only get one serving, That's what my parents used to say. There are people who only get to eat one block of cheese. They don't get two. And I was like, oh, those poor people, So Katie came to help out with the tasting and she's like, hey, what's up? I'm like hot now and lost weight. I'm feeling good. I'm getting lots of dick. I guess I'll taste your food. And Schwartz, he's a mess. He is where Katie was, I think, during the marriage with the way he feels about his self-esteem. He feels he's overweight. He's not. He just doesn't have a sixer. He doesn't have a six-pack. But who does? Who has had a six-pack since? I had one at birth, I think. Coming out, I'm pretty sure the doctor told my mom, oh, look at that six-pack. Your baby's ripped. But then I started eating carbs, right off the gate. I just went right in on a loaf of bread, but that's how I roll, So apparently they made up after the disgusting display that Schwartz showed in last episode when they were at the party at Ariana's house. Rachel Raquel, not Tom Sandy Butt's house, at Ariana's house, the pool party. And this was their text exchange. I didn't mean to dogpile you. There are ways to just say truce for the big day. Anyways, don't be too upset, bub. Boys cuddle ya. Boys will cuddle you. I think he's talking about the dogs or all the extra wiener she's getting. You might hear my husband cheering. He's watching the Minnesota Wild. They must be winning or have won. I don't know. Okay. We have our own interests. I like hockey too, but Vanderpump comes first. Mexico is going to be a girls' trip for Christina and I. I don't know how that was making up, but this was the text that really not divided, but brought them together as a soon-to-be divorced couple who's still hanging out and trying to be best friends. You can't be best friends with your exes, especially, maybe some of you can. Maybe some of you will tell me in the comments like, oh, me and my ex are the best of friends. I didn't want to murder him once. And that is noble. That is very noble. But I have mostly had exes I wanted to kill or still be with. And that's all I know. That's just what Auntie Joleen knows. I'm going to give you some Auntie Joleen advice tonight. That is just my experience. I've never had an ex where I was like, you know what? I just want to platonically be your friend for the rest of my life. You know, it's either stabbing this way or stabbing that, you know what I mean? Like it's either you're coming in me or I'm coming in you, which I guess that can go a lot of ways, but it's late night. It's late night. Bravo breakdown with Joleen. So they're trying to be friends. I mean, you weren't that good of friends when you were married. You talked down to each other. You always looked sad. They just look like the kind of couple, there's those couples where you get to a point where all you do with each other is fart. I feel like I've known those kind of couples. You stop showering. You're just leaving the bathroom door open to poo, Jackson, Brittany. You're just, the romance is gone. The thrill is gone, as they say. So I just, they seem to be that couple like, hey, bub, smell my pits. Smell me, and I feel like they would just like have tooting contests, and that is how it goes, Let's see what you guys are saying. Renee says, Jolene or Hag hookup losing kidney stones after restraining it. What the heck? Oh my goodness. Kidney stones. Oh my God. I am behind. You can't be best friends with your ex man-child. No. And there's a reason you're exes. All my exes live in Texas, and I don't really go to Texas, even though I have in-laws in Texas, but and all my exes mostly live in Minnesota, and maybe there's one in the South. I'm not sure. But yeah, I mean, I just feel like some of these couples, put it in the chat, you guys, but I just don't think you should be doing the dookie in front of the love of your life. I think there are just private things. It's so easy I don't want to watch my husband go twosies. And I know he doesn't want to watch me go twosies, even though I twosies so beautifully. Like it's like a work of art. But I don't even really want to talk to him about that. Obviously, we've talked about it. Yes, it's a natural body function, but I don't want to sit there and watch him on the pot. Do you know what I mean? I mean, I don't know how you guys feel. Herbert and Co. says, or you try to forget that you knew them. Yes, you eternal sunshine of the spotless mind them. When I saw that movie, I was like, I wish that shit was real, because I would love. There was one at the time I was like, oh, I'd love the eternal sunshine or spotless mind, whatever. The Jim Carrey one with Kate Winslet and the cool hair. Oh my gosh. And there was snow on the beach by the ocean. That movie. I love that movie. Okay. So yeah, you want to forget you knew them. When people ask about your ex, I'm saying, you say, who's that? In your Porsche boy. Who said that? Who dated him? Who said that? Who is he? Who said that? Who let him in there? Who let him in them? That's all I can think. Try not to toot, but a toot's going to sneak out every once in a while. I mean, Taco Tuesday, Taco Fart Tuesday. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. Oh my gosh. Thank you, Amy Seeks Truth. Oh, you just celebrated your 40th. Men need private poop. Thank you, Linda. Linda has had 40 years with the same donger, and she's saying private poo time, and she's successful. So anyone who tells me differently has to answer to Linda. Have you been with someone 40 years? No. Okay. Yeah, no bathroom sharing. That's my private meeting time. Yes, boo-boo. I love you too. Good night. And when I'm getting stanky with my man, I don't need him looking at the back of me remembering my poo and time. I mean, that's true. When you're getting not stanky, boo-boo. I'm getting stanky. Not Blumpkins. Oh my God. I like pumpkins. I'm like a pumpkin spice girl, not a Blumpkin spice girl. I'm not going to kink shame if you can, but just cover your eyes because pink eye. Ugh, yuck. Anywho, so they do that. They try the foods. Greg's there. I mean, poor Greg. Greg is aging by the second. Poor Greg is adorable. His wife's name is Joleen. I thought it was Jolene. I had to rewind it 4 times because I'm obsessed with my own name. Every song about Jolene, I know by heart. People are like, you probably get annoyed with that. Every time people meet you, they go, Jolene, Jolene. I'm like, no, I love it. Dolly Parton is awesome. Have you heard the White Stripes version? And then the Weepies have a song about me. And Ray LaMontagne has a song about me. And I'm forgetting songs, but there's lots of songs about me. Just me. Okay. So Jolene, his wife, is there. And Katie's like, hi, I'm the ex-wife. I'm a whole mood. I'm a whole vibe. I'm a whole everything. Okay. I put very interesting outfits together. And last Halloween, before we were divorced, we went out as Biodome because we're very kitschy and fun. So nice to meet you. And she's like, oh, okay. And then Greg's like, please, can we try the damn food? We need to open this restaurant. You guys can keep paying me rent, but I think you want to open the restaurant. Or Greg's trying to prevent them from opening the restaurant. I haven't decided yet, but I think Greg is just like, this is the worst business decision of my life. Yes, Miley sings it very well, very well. I wanted to try those lobster corn dogs, but when I went, I didn't we only tried a salad and the mushroom beignet. My husband picked it. And Andrew Gabor, shout out to Andrew Gabor, came and met us. And I don't think he ate anything. We were just chit-chatting, and I just had to be in there because I just had to see what was going on. I had to see what the fuss is about. And Brett was just like, how you guys doing? You guys doing okay? Hey guys, you guys okay? You guys, he was working hard, but I couldn't find a Tom to save my soul. All right. So obviously these two are there. They're a mess. They, barely know what they're doing. Poor Greg. But, he is getting his rent from them. So good for Greg. Good. Then we have this fun little girls' date day with Allie. And I'll say fun because it was very interesting to hear the girls like Ariana and Sheena were like, we told Raquel because we respect her. We love Rachel Raquel. We respect her as a person, as a friend, as a human being. And so we told her that we were doing this. And I'm like, oh my God, that is so polite because she did not. You told her when you were hanging out with her ex's new girlfriend, but she didn't even tell you when she was hanging out with your boyfriend's wiener inside of her. That is like so polite of you guys, Just it gets worsers and worsers. Worsers and worsers. Oh my God, I love Gabor. We got to hang out 2 times a couple of weeks ago in 1 week. And I was like, I just want to be hanging out with you all the time, Gabor. He's so fun and he's so handsome. It's like he's ridiculously handsome. I'm like, why are you not on camera? If I looked as good as Gabor, I would always have my camera on. And I would just sit there and make you stare at me. But I don't know. He just is he's not a showboat like me. He's a nice person. Shout out to Andrew Gabor. Everyone go sub to Andrew Gabor. So the girls are there with Allie, and they're like, hey, girl, what's up? We got to hang out with you. Now you're James's new girlfriend. James is very concerned. I need everyone to hang out with my new girlfriend. Pump teenies. And so they're there. Lala is talking about being close to Rachel Raquel's vagina at the party, how when they were in their little fight, altercation. She's like, I was just standing, I was sitting down, Rachel Raquel standing up. I'm basically talking to her baby door. And how, Rachel Raquel called her a mistress and a hoe bag mistress. And then she said, and then she was like circuiting out, which is actually really funny because when Rachel Raquel tried to tell off Lala, she was like a robot. She was like a bad robot. She's like, well, Lala, you guys are a bunch of Chihuahua followers. Yeah. You're a mistress, whore. James, God. She was definitely short circuiting. So I liked Lala's little interpretation of that. And it was just sad to see how Ariana and Sheena, like I said, had her back. Oh, and she was definitely getting stuck by Sandoval at that time. I'm sorry, we're going to get into that. We are going to get into that. Disengage, that is Lala's favorite term. She needs merch. I don't know if she has merch yet that says disengage. I know she has. Send it to Daryl, but she needs disengage merch because everything is like disengage, bitch. You need to everyone's got to disengage. Everybody. And then they do a little flashback. Let's see. It's to where Lala is to her literally talking to Rachel's baby door. She's like, hey, Rachel Raquel, there's Rachel Raquel's baby door. That's Tom's favorite new hangout spot when he's supposed to be doing Schwartz and Sandy's and paying his mom back. He's singing karaoke or he's hanging out in Rachel's baby door. So yeah, Rachel's good with the big words. She's like, you guys are just you're Chihuahua followers. I don't like Lala. I don't like Lala. But if you watch last week's episode again and you see how when she turns to James, you see this other side of Rachel Raquel that you're like, oh, that's the side you're hiding. That's the side we don't get to see. Because she was like, Cat. Lala. I don't like Lala. Lala's a skank. She's a skanky bitch skank. Yay, Jolene's #1 fan is here. I love it. I love it. Yes, Ariana released her merch today, and Sheena was found not guilty on all counts. Sheena said if it doesn't fit, you must acquit. She tried on 5 gloves, and Rachel Raquel didn't even show up at court. And we can talk about that a little bit later. But yeah, Sheena is innocento because they threw the case out. They were like, it's just so dumb. We'll talk about that in a little bit. Allie gives me Rachel. I mean, something's up. I think Allie's she's coming off a lot brighter than Rachel Raquel ever came off. But I'm telling you, there's opportunist vibes everywhere. I'm sure she's a nice person, but I don't know. I don't even trust that nice people even exist in the world anymore after all of this went down. I really, really don't. Okay, I'm going to maybe have a controversial opinion here, and feel free to tell me if you guys think this opinion is controversial. I got to find a screenshot for it too. But I will say that this lunch, that Lala, I don't even like Lala. She's always been mean to me. That Lala, Sheena, and Brock had fucking warmed my heart, okay? I don't care what anybody says. I loved it, and I hated it, okay? This scene had layers for me. I'm worried, knowing what we know now. This could be the next season of, Big Love. Remember that show? That could be coming up with the 2 of them or the 3 of them. But there was something that touched me in a non-naughty place about Lala tearing up. Maybe I'm close to my own period or something, but Lala talking about, first of all, Lala apologized. Now I'm saying Lala like Rachel Raquel says Lala. How Lala apologized, because I definitely hold Lala's feet to the fire. I still think she's trying to get us to believe this, that she didn't know about Randall. She thought he was a great dude, and anyone who could see no neck coming a mile away knew he was up to no good. He didn't belong with those kids. He was like that creepy school bus driver or that townie that stays in town too long and then gets old and then hangs out with the high school kids. I was like, what's Randall? Why is he playing pickleball with the toddlers? What's he doing? Like every time he was in a scene with the Vanderpump kids, I know they're adults, but Randall looked like he could have great-grandfathered them. So I was like, what's he doing there? Did he offer them candy? Did he tell them to get in the van? He's creepy. He was always creepy. I don't care. That's how I feel. I mean, I guess I do care because it is how I feel. That no-neck man, his voice, his laugh, just like, watch me play pickleball. And they did it. That's how gross humans are. Some humans. I know none of you guys would do this, but just because some no-neck man says he's got a couple dollars and connections to 50 Cent, they were like, yes, oh my God, Randall, you're so great. It's like, no, he's the creepy guy that you run away from, that your parents tell you, don't listen to that guy. Don't take candy from that guy. Don't be alone with that guy. Don't do nothing with that guy. But just because they thought he had a little bit of money because he lied, because what he was doing basically, allegedly, according to me, don't sue me, don't send me a cease and desist, okay? Cease and desists are being sent out to YouTubers. I don't want none of that. This is my opinion, okay? He was taking people's money and just moving it around and gambling. That man is gambling away that money, in my opinion. All the money, those jacks over 70K, and then when he was supposed to invest in Ariana and Katie's something about her sandwich shop, and then he's like, well, they found out it was really this other person's money. So he would like borrow from Paul to rob Peter, borrow from Paula to rob Patty. You know what I'm saying? And he was just moving the money, and then he was always gambling. This is a bet. Let's make a bet. Let's make a bet. He's got problems. How are you going to solve them? Don't work with that man. That's how you solve them. Yeah, no PJs for BJs. There isn't a PJ. I don't even like flying that much. I will fly Spirit Airlines in the bathroom all the way before I'd ever put my lips on a Randall guy's wiener. I will stay home and never go anywhere ever again. I wasn't cut out for this Hollywood world. That could be why I am not as successful as Lala, but I won't. No, I have very sensitive taste buds. I I get grossed out really easily. So I don't care. Gucci slides, I am fine with my Adidas slides. I do not need. Mm-mm. And I bet you he put it on credit. You know what I mean? So she was giving out those BJs for. Oh no. Mm, mm, gross, gross, gross. Ugh. Ugh. Yes, I feel that way too, Jessica. So there's things about Lala I'm still like, she's disappointed me in the past a lot. Because I was an early fan. Because I was like, okay, yes, own your sexuality, own your womanhood. Yes, yes. And then I was like, oh no, you're just one of those chicks who's one of those hot chicks who's saying that. You don't really believe in all the women. You just believe in you. Oh, you'll still throw other women under the bus and go after married dudes. Oh, okay. So you're not like, all right, I guess Ariana's still the only feminist, over here. But I do see with her kid, Jessica, that there's something, and I think that happens, with that, becoming a mother. I'm not a mother myself, but I am a very proud cat mother. And let me tell you, Tilly changed my life. So I understand, you see things differently. So back to that scene, there was just something that was so, it was very nice. I really like that she was able to apologize, because there's so many people on the show who don't know how to apologize or don't know how to apologize properly. Lala sometimes can be that person that doesn't know how to apologize. But when she was sitting there, with Sheena and Brock, and how she said, it's almost like she had to be faced with this situation of her own dude being No Neck Randall, to realize that everything isn't black and white and people do make mistakes. And as long as you have someone who, as long as we truly do want to change, as long as we show contrition, as long as we are, we give a shit and we have empathy, we can change. And things don't have to be patterns in life, So I liked seeing that and believing it, whether, maybe you guys are like, Joleen is crazy. She must be PMSing, because there is no way that. But I liked that she was able to show Brock some grace in that moment, and he was able to be like, hey, I made some headway with my ex and the kids, because I would love nothing more for that man to settle that stuff with those kids in Australia, because I can't even begin to think about the hurt that they must feel not having their dad, and then what they'll go through later in life. And then it's a whole thing, and those are scars, and that's trauma, and it is a lot. So I would love for him to do what he's got to do, work it out with his ex, pay that child support, and see those kids, because those are your kids, And I love that Lala realized that what she was doing was projecting. People, when they're going through stuff like Lala and they're living this in delusion, they're pushing their feelings down. They're pretending. She was pretending with No Neck. She was like, oh my God, it's so great. I love it. We have the best sex. He's the greatest guy. And it's like, but I have eyes and I can see him. And I know that he is not the greatest guy. And I know that is not good sex. I saw how he held that pickleball mallet, and it was not impressive. Okay. I appreciated it too. I appreciated that apology. I appreciate that growth. And I recognize that in you, Lala, and good on you for that. However, be careful, Sheena. I'm not saying Lala's going to come in and, like Mr. Raquel, your man, but Auntie Joleen advice. I think it's great for the girls to grow up by each other, but we don't need to be living in the same house. We don't need to living in the same house. I know she got a house next door in Palm Springs, Palm Desert, La Quinta, wherever the people are living, because that is where they live, the Coachella Valley, and right next to Sheena. And that's great. God bless, Mazel, all the good stuff. The little girls, so cute, and they can be besties for the resties, and Lala can have some support, because most likely, I don't see a situation where this Randall guy, if more stuff is going to come out, where he doesn't end up in the clinker. All right. So I like that they have each other, but do not move another lady into your home, and don't move another gentleman into your home. Just don't do it. Just don't do it. girl, don't do it. It's not worth it. And they say, I'm not going to do it, girl. I did it. And then all of a sudden we got Brock's having another baby, Lala's baby. And we don't want that. That's what I'm saying. Just don't even put it unless you're into that sort of thing. And then if you are, God bless. And for some reason I took like a million screenshots of this scene and them crying because I was like, oh my God, I've just been so inundated with the Scandoval of it all that this is nice. This is a nice moment and I can't find it. You know what I can find? I can find 2 of the to be continued screenshots that I got. So thank goodness. So that's, I guess, to be continued if that will ever work. But put it in the chat. Would you move another lady into your home as a lady, I guess? And gentlemen, you can, answer too. I will say, I don't think it's a good idea. You be neighbors, but always keep an eye. Always keep an eye. Always keep that eye. Yeah, Jax claims, Jessica, that Rando owes him at least 70K. I think Brittany said it was more than that. Sharni says, I genuinely don't think Lala would do that. When she was a train wreck, she was drinking. You're right. That is a very good point. And had a problem. Okay, yeah, don't live in the same house. But yeah, I understand what you're saying, though. As someone who is almost 11 years, I think I'm almost 11 years sober myself as of April 1st. Is that tomorrow? Oh, no, it's a couple days. I was like, oh, shit, tomorrow. No, it's in a couple days. I understand the person I was when I was drinking and the mistakes I made don't define me as a person. I get that. But I just be careful. Just be careful. Be careful. Be careful. But next door, fine. Fine. There's always a cleanup. Oh my God, she does that. It's an LA thing. I've caught myself doing it sometimes, boo boo. I'll just be like in pictures, I'm like, oh, what am I doing? I can't help it. It's if you live in LA for any period of time, eventually you're gonna catch yourself going. And then you're like, oh, this looks like a butthole. Yeah, it's got the butthole lips. So I've been definitely guilty of that. Hello, Del Chick. Welcome, welcome, welcome. All right. Let's keep going with this. Then we had a surprise shower for Sheena at Lisa Vanderpump's, which how nice, how beautiful, how great, how sweet. But Sheena's like, I wasn't really surprised. My sister's car was here, so I kind of knew. And she's like, but thank you, Lisa. It was nice. It was a nice touch, but I wasn't paying attention. Congratulations, Sheena. I'm excited for you. Have all the success in marriage and all that fun stuff. And I'll come over and visit you at your house sometime because we're neighbors. I don't know if you guys know this, but me and Sheena, we're neighbors. I don't know how close we are, but we're pretty close. We're pretty close. So I was happy for her, but I could not pay attention because all I was doing is, here's what I was doing, you guys. I was paying attention to where Rachel Raquel was and where Tom Sandy Butt was in proximity to one another. And I will tell you, if you rewatch this episode, which I advise everyone to do, especially this party in Mexico, the scenes where Rachel Raquel and Tom Sandy Butt are together. And if you're a psychopath like me, you will rewatch it and you will realize that they were together or near each other every fucking time the camera was on or they were looking at each other. And I will show you proof now. And we will go through this proof and we will dissect the shit out of it. Okay? So thank you, Paul. I miss you. I miss you. I miss you. I miss you. Yeah. I miss you. Okay? I Lisa Lobe you. All right. I don't watch Big Brother Canada because they got rid of live feeds. I normally, for those new to my channel, I cover a lot of Big Brother. Well, the US Big Brother, because I love it. When the summer starts, I'm like Bravo and Big Brother, balancing the two. But I was doing Big Brother Canada, but they got rid of live feeds. So I'm like, boring. Bring a book. Okay. So as you can see, Rachel Raquel, you see James drinking again. Not a good idea. Okay. And then their friend, this guy, you will see a lot of people who have been in this Scandoval mess, as in they've been pictured, they've been in social media posts. If you go back and you watch, the old social media posts, you see a lot of these same players. The guy in the blue with the hat who's right in front of Rachel Raquel, who's right here, that is Brad. That's like Ariana's bestie for the restie. She's always with him. And then the guy in the red there, I believe that's the guy that's in the pool with Ariana, shirtless, who everyone was like, oh my God, she's a cheater with that man. And he had to do TikToks and tweets and say, I am gay. I like the men. I don't want inside her baby door. We are friends. We are gay friends. I am not a cis male, like Tom Sandoval would say. He had to come out and say, I am not. I mean, I understand that is completely different, but we're speaking in Tom Sandoval, and he doesn't know what that means.
The new thing is that, you know, as a cis male.
Did you say cyst?
He was like, as a cis gay male, I do not want inside of Ariana. Okay? I do not want that. I don't want your life. He varsity blues them. All right. So here's Exhibit A. Let's get our also, are you guys watching the Gwyneth Paltrow trial? Because I really do want to cover it, but there's not enough hours in the day. You know, if YouTube was my full-time thing, I would definitely do it. But I want to judge Joleen that shit, because that shit is hilarious. It is hilarious. It is like White Lotus hilarious. It is hilarious. Okay. So Joleen, Judge Joleen, my ruling is they were banging. They were banging by this time. I will present the evidence, even though I'm the judge, but I'm also the jury, and I am also the defense, and I am also the prosecution. But just so you know, I'm a really shitty defense. Okay. I am here to prosecute today Rachel Raquel and Tom Sandy Butt for being cheaters. Okay. Exhibit B. Exhibit B. Brad's back in his blue on blue, looking so cute, Brad. As is Rachel Raquel. You can see her standing there with her mouth open, confused, taller than a giraffe. Then there's the guy that's like, I am a cis gay male. I am not into Ariana. And then you see the sunglasses, the light wash jeans behind Brad. That is Sandy Butt. So they're still standing very close together. Okay. I have lots of screenshots. Okay. This one I think we already saw. So then Sheena pops up and she's like, oh my God, hi. I wasn't even surprised. It's so crazy. Anywho, but before any of this happens, of course, these screenshots aren't in order. Objection. Why are you so unorganized? Overruled. That makes me more interesting. Okay. I have a lot going on in my life. I told you I was raising a cat. I'm basically a cat. Well, I'm not a cat single mother because my husband does the litter. I do the food and the emotional support. Well, he does some emotional support for her as well. So anywho, okay. So let's just start pulling up. Okay. So exhibit double D. As you will see, this is Sheena's sister whose car was in the shot. If it is a surprise, Courtney, you park a mile down. You park far. You don't take your car. You take an Uber. Courtney ruined the surprise, but something tells me someone told her before then. Okay. But it's okay, Courtney. We'll forgive you. But right behind Courtney's faux ponytail, you will see Rachel Raquel drinking heavily. You will also see Logan, who is a server at Tom Tom, and also the pool culture with Ariana. He seems fucking great. All right. I rule he is fantastic. Next to Rachel Raquel, Tom Sandy Butt. Do you see that dark, cheating, greasy hair? Do you see that midlife crisis, that walking midlife crisis right next to her, to the right of her? Again, together. Totally different scene. Brad over in the corner with their other little friend. I forget his name, but I think he was in a couple of the early seasons. And a lot of the cast who's still on the show says, I would like Kevin to come back, whatever his name is. He dresses really cute. Something tells me he knew. I'm just putting it out there. Something, I don't know. I've seen him in pictures. I don't know. But he probably didn't know because Brad's also in pictures. Anyways, there's Brad living his best life. There's little Kevin because we don't know his name. But Rachel, Raquel, and Sandoval are there. And I'm like, oh no. Again, that cis male. I can't even deal. Okay. So let's go. Exhibit triple G. All right. Ariana has arrived. She has a hat. She's next to Kevin. He's got macrame like Ramona. Then you see the cheater, pumpkin eater of it all, Tom Sandy Butt, standing there. And who is closer to him almost than his own girlfriend? Rachel Raquel, and then Sheena. You can't see her because she is very little, but she's back there. But Rachel Raquel made it. I watched this scene. Her and Tom made. I am speculation, overruled. You can do it, Joleen. I love your speculation, and you're very beautiful. Thank you, Judge Joleen. You're welcome. You're welcome. Okay, so they made it a point to find a reason to be near each other. And this, it was like, oh, Sheena. I was like, you don't care about Sheena. You just want to bang, bang, bang. Okay. So then they move even closer to each other. Rachel Raquel, Sheena. Do you see how close his hand is? Okay. Maybe we need to make me small and him big, even though he'll never be bigger than me. Okay. Thank you. Oh, no. Mims is in the house. Mims says you can't object yourself. Objection. Yes, I can. Overruled, sir. You are overruled, overdrooled, and overserved. Okay. Because yes, I can. Yes, or maybe I'm overserved because I have had like 3 Waterloos today. Shout out to Mims. Go sub to his channel. Mims is killing it. Mims is covering all the stuff. Everything going on with the Escape, SWV, Tasha, all the stuff. Tamik, I want to cover. I want to talk about it, but I don't have time. This takes up these kids are taking up my whole life. Okay. But shout out to Mims. Mims has got all the tea, all the interviews, if you need something in your life, it's Mims. Subscribe if you're not already subscribed. Shout out to my friend. Okay. So they're close. They're close. Again, look at how close his hand is to Rachel Raquel. He's pretending to hug Sheena, but he wants to do that thing where he's going to grace Rachel Raquel's itty bitty titty committees. He's trying to grace her itty bitty titty committees. That's what he's trying to do. He's like, oh, I'm going to grace those itty bitty titty committee model boobies. Oh, no. Oh, no. All right. But there's more. Okay. We're still in the same scene. Here, let's see. What's this one? Okay. Again, I told you about this. Oh, God, I just love Brad's pajama ensemble. Oh, my God. I love a pajama jam happening here. But they're together again. That's not even all the proof I want to show you. Okay. So I watched this part when Sheena came in a few times, you guys. And let me tell you, Tom Sandy Butt makes sure he's the first one to hug Sheena. The first one to hug Sheena. And then Rachel Raquel was following him with her eyes. Prove to me I'm lying. Okay. I am innocent until proven guilty. Objection. That's not. What is she talking about? Overruled. She knows what she's talking about. I do. Thank you. Thank you so much, Judge Joleen. I do know what I'm talking about. And she would make sure she would follow him with her eyes. He's doing that thing. Men do this, women do this, people do this in general. When they want the attention of the opposite sex and they're, immature or me, they make themselves, the show. Every time I have liked someone in the past, obviously, because I only have eyes for my husband and John Quinones. That's it. Okay. My husband already knows. If John Quinones comes in, what would you doing me? I'll do him. Okay. He knows that about me. We're there. So it's our understanding. His, I think, is Serena Williams. I'm pretty sure. I'm almost positive. It could have changed. I don't know. I'll have to double check with them. Okay. So Mim says, I told my subs yesterday you were keeping your ears. I'm keeping my ears. Prove to me I'm lying. Thank you, Sue. Sue always coming in clutch with the quotes. Clutch catching them quotes, okay? Shout out to John Quinones. If anyone knows him, send him my way. So she's following him with the eyes, with the Rachel Raquel, Bambi-eyed bitch. That is what she's doing. All right. Then we have a full-on, Rachel Raquel has now turned her entire body towards Tom Sandy Butt. Ariana's talking. She's socializing. It's her friend Sheena, her best friend. They're planning the surprise shower. The guy who is like, I'm gay. I don't even like Ariana's vagina is there. That everyone was like, who is this guy? And even he's looking at the camera like, sus. Look at his eyes. He's like, you guys catching this? Do you catch what they're throwing down? She slobbed on his knob. Okay. There is just no way. So Tom, you can see him in the sunglasses behind Brad and his great ensemble. And, Schwartz is just on shrooms, allegedly. So they're looking at each other. They're just making eye contact from the jump. And I'm like, why the frick? Again, here shows you how close Where's Ariana? Ariana's way up there with the hat. And these two right next to each other, right in the circle of cheaters. You are the biggest cheater. Goodbye. All right. And then there was another time where Rachel Raquel leaned in. I think she fell into the flowers in this scene, and one of the rose petals went up her nostril and touched her brain. So she's a bit touched. But other than that, yeah, I was just like, they are all over each other. Like, get a room. What's this? I am seeing so many things now that I never saw before. Then I'm trying to find this one for you guys. There was a point where when they all first got there at Lisa Vanderpump's house at Villa Rosa with the ponies, I wonder, how old are the ponies? How long have they been there? Have they been replaced? Does she have them cloned like she did with Jiggy allegedly? I just have some questions about the ponies, but I guess I can wait. Okay. But right when they get there, James comes in and they're like, "Oh, James," and he's like, "Pump teeny," and they do a cheers. And at this time, that is when Rachel Raquel and Tom Sandy Butt are next to each other. And I'm trying to find those screenshots. What the hell did I do with them? All right. Let me make sure I didn't put them on my desktop here because I was just like, okay. All right. I'm going to find them specifically. You guys talk amongst yourself. Hit that like while I am grabbing these pictures because you're going to be like, holy shit, Joleen. That is a lot of interaction that these two scumbags had at this party from the jump. So even though Tom arrived with Ariana, he was looking for Rachel Raquel the whole time. So I fully and wholeheartedly believe that this affair started right after the Vegas Lake Havasu trip. No one will convince me differently. It was just a damn disgrace. Okay, I found a couple of them. Ooh, that's a good one. That one is very incriminating. We are going to just take them down to Johnnytown. They are going to get locked up and we're going to throw away the key because, and he's going to have to listen to long, slow stories that Rachel Raquel's like, I was in the pageants for a while, and Lala could never do pageants. And James was, one time Graham had diarrhea and I was like, help me pick it up because I like, I have fear of diarrhea. And then he didn't do it. And I was like, oh my God. And it was just really hard. And he's like, yeah, I wrote a song on the trumpet about that. And then he'll play the trumpet and everyone will suffer. Okay. So there's one. Oh, there's her falling into the flowers again. There's her next to Ariana. But there's one where they're cheersing and they're looking right at each other. And I'm like, you skanks. You skanky skanks. How dare you look at each other and do this? Okay. Let me find this. Here, you guys. All right. We're getting warmer. When I tell you I took 8,000 screenshots, I'm lying. I took 9. I was just screenshot, and then I had to be secretive because sometimes they'll catch on what you're doing, and then they try to, screen block me, cock block me on the screen things. Okay, let me send the. Wait, is this the one? Okay. Cheers. They're cheersing. James is like, I want to marry Allie, and Lala's like, I'm not doing this. I want to be able to have like random intercourse with you. Okay, I'm gonna send these ones over first to my computer. Airdrop, speak amongst yourselves. We've lost 6 people who had to go cheapy. They're like, I can't be patient for this girl. Okay. Amy Seeks Truth, you were the first super chat of the live and I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Okay. So we got some of those. And then I know I have the cheers one. I know it because I was, just trying to live my best life. Okay, let me pull up. Okay, so this is who Rachel Raquel arrives with. First of all, not only is she stealing Sandy Butt, I mean, you can't steal a man. Men go willingly, so I'm not want to push that narrative. But she's also stealing allegedly. Ariana's two best friends, Logan and Brad. Well, last I checked, those are Ariana's besties for the resties. They're not your besties for the resties. They just let you in because everyone was feeling sorry for you because James Kennedy treated you so poorly. So, that's not right. Okay. So then we go into, which one's this one? Oh, Tom first arriving. He arrives with Ariana, but he's playing with his hair, trying to be like Gavin Rossdale or something. He's trying to go for that look, but he looks more like Mark McGrath, Sugar Ray in like 10 years. Okay. Then let's see. So then we have, where is it? Okay. So we've had them entering. Schwartz is entering. And then we have, look at the way this woman is looking at this man. That is not normal. And he's like, look at me. And Brad's like, I'm bored. Because Brad's like, oh, he's talking about the trumpet again. Or, you know, his band and his karaoke friends or his strip mall bar. And Rachel Raquel's like, oh my God, that's the funniest thing I've ever heard, Tom. I think that's how she was laughing. She was very much like, oh, Tom, it's so funny, Tom. And it was just worser and worser. There she is again. And I was like, no, Rachel Raquel, no. Okay, so, okay, here we go. Oh, yep, there's the one. Oh, I just didn't edit it. That's what because I had to do screen grabs really small and then I have to crop them. Because otherwise YouTube TV is like, I think you're trying to steal our stuff. And I'm like, I'm not. I'm just trying to provide commentary and conduct a trial that I am right about this and that we're all right about when this starts. Oh, God, here's another one. God, these sluts. You guys, wait till you see these sluts. Wait till you see the sluttiness I'm about to show you. It's too slutty. It's too slutty. This is after dark. Oh, they're basically doing it. Oh, and now she's trying to be lookout. I'm going to get these up and we are going to blow this case out of the water. Oh my God. No, that's Ken. Ken, get out of here. Okay. Is she in this one? No, she's not in that one. She's probably lurking. Okay. There's Ariana. She's finally around her boyfriend. All right. Let's send some of these over. Oh, the hoariness, the horror. And I only love slut shaming these two. Everyone else can do what they want, but not these two. Not these two, you guys. Okay. Objection. Slut shaming is dangerous to everyone. Overruled. Not right now. Not right now. I don't need that right now. I don't need your PC bullshit right now. Okay. Sometimes slut shaming is necessary. Very seldom, but sometimes, especially when, again, together, still together. Why are you so close to each other? Why are they by the alcohol together? Where's Ariana? And then she notices, oh shit, we've been by each other a little too long. She plays lookout. He's like, go look. Because now she's got like psychic abilities with his wiener, because it's LA. So she probably put crystals in there so she could track him. And so there's like amethyst in his dong. And so now she knows where he's going. But that's not even the worst. Right when they get there, they're having a private moment and cheersing. James is over here. There's Logan. There's cute Brad. I think that might be Schwartz or Brock now. I'm not sure. And look at in the right corner. That's Rachel Raquel's new nose job and Tom Sandy Butt having a very private toast. This is not the only toast they have this episode. They also had another toast in Schwartz and Sandy's where he made it a point to lean in his glass to make sure it clinks with hers when they were in a group. And I was like, you whore. I have never seen such hoish behavior, such thoughtisms in my life. I was just disgusted. How could they put this on television? I mean, they should put some kind of warning with it. It was awful, you guys. Okay. I thought I had a better one of these two hoes. I've got hoes. Okay, yeah, because James is like over there like, this is my first pumptini in 3 years. Bro, it should have been your last because you acted like a whole fool. Okay, again, looking at him lovingly, again with the, obviously, oh, what are you doing? And then he's like, well, sometimes I like to save the bottles and make them into instruments that I also can't play. Okay, I like to have a plethora. Do you know what plethora is? It's kind of like hindsight. I mean, not really, but kind of. All right, I like to have a plethora of things and instruments that I'm really bad at. Okay. So as you can see over here, she's in the corner and I kept trying to trick. Okay. So that one's a little better when you can see more of her nose job in the newer one. All right. So they're just over there by themselves in a corner cheersing. They're just cheersing. Just cheers. Yes. See, Sharni, this episode is full. When people were, that's why it took me a while to go live because I was like, you know what? My boys Up and Adam and Jason are live. And so enjoy the goodness that is them. And I'll just search more for these Easter eggs and I'll come on a little bit later because I'm in Pacific time zone. They got to get their sleepies. You know, they're good looking men's. They got to get their sleeps. So there they are in the freaking corner. Where's Ariana? This isn't a party for Sandy Butt and Rachel Raquel. If my boyfriend or husband was off cheersing some girl and every time I turned, she was next to him, I would be like, what in the first degree murder is happening over here? What in the Dateline NBC am I looking at? I have no idea, 2020, what is going on over here. All right, I am snapped. I am snapped. Yes, we love. This is a very pro Up and Adam and Jason channel and Mimsy. Oh, we just love Mims. We love them all. Okay, such attractive, nice, non-cheating men on the YouTubes. Okay, what in the ID channel is going on? Exactly. Thank you, April. You guys are clever. So that was just everywhere I turned. I was like, where are they? You know, other people are trying to talk. Sheena's like, I'm getting married. And I'm like, not now, Sheena. Not now. I cannot think about your wedding. I am being a detective. Okay. I am on the case. I am Carmen Sandiegoing. I don't even know if that's what Carmen Sandiego did, but I am Emily D. Bakering this situation. What is going on? I see your motive. It's sex. It's sex. It's the motive of sex. So they were just around each other. Now, then we go over to Schwartz and Sandy's. They do an after party and they tried to smoke screen you. They did that. They're just awful the way they did that. They tried to smoke screen like, oh yeah, it's Tom Schwartz and Rachel Raquel. But look at this. Tom Schwartz comes in. He's got pizzas. Look who's coming in behind him. Tom Sandy Butt. And who's that behind Tom Sandy Butt? Who said that? Well, by golly, Miss Cheaty Molly, it is freaking Rachel Raquel again. It's like they can't be separated. They cannot be separated. I was like, again? Girl, get some distance. Breathe. Sandy Butt, breathe. Rachel Raquel, breathe. I mean, it's sex. It's sex. They've definitely boned. This is, we just did it recently. We're like, oh my God, our genitals touched. We saw them. We want to be close to each other. We have that like post-bone glow. We've boned within the past week, 2 weeks, month. It's a newer thing. Or, hear me out, or it's longer. And the comfortability is there. And this started happening even before then. Oh, wow. Objection. You are just trying to make things fit your narrative. Overruled. Of course I am. That is the American way. Okay. But it gets worse, you guys. It gets worse because so she's walking in after him and, you know, this big Schwartz and Sandy's party, and everywhere you look, she is wanting to be near him, you know, everywhere you want to be, everywhere he wants to be, everywhere she wants to be, he's at. So he, of course, is like, hey, this is my strip mall bar, guys. And it's like, no, it's Schwartz's too. It's not open yet, but here's some free alcohol that Schwartz is paying for. So again, he's got to be the show. He needs all the attention and his light wash jeans. He is midlife crisis. Again, still on the bar. Like I said, I did so many screenshots. He's looking right now. I think he's looking for Rachel Raquel because we got Logan there. We got Sheena's sister with the, you know, cute false pony. Sheena's sister's boyfriend we'll never learn the name of. And he's on the prowl. He's definitely on the prowl for Rachel Raquel. Okay. Then we got Brad again. Brad comes in, best friend of Ariana, trying to get poached by Rachel Raquel. Logan's back there. and I think Brock. And Brock's like, what's going on? All right. So, okay. So then, yeah. Tom Sandoval still on the bar. We're still on the case, you guys. We will dissect the shit out of this. Okay. Then Tom tries to have sex with Brock, which I thought was so rude, right in front of Sheena. He just was, right in his mouth, and Brock swallowed, and it was really bad. And then there's the friend who is, like he said, gay and not into Ariana, but he will be seen this season naked in a pool in Mexico with Ariana. How lucky. Honestly though, like, fun when you go on trips and you're intoxicated and skinny dip, that's fun. I have skinny dipped since I've been sober, but it was only my bottoms, and it was on South Padre Island with my husband, and it was the middle of the day, and he was like, what are you doing? And I said, it's just so freeing. And I took my bottoms off because that water is so warm. The Gulf of Mexico is the shit. Okay. It is the shit. It is the best. I could have lived there, but I got really bad sunburn because I guess I have to apply every 5 minutes. But yeah, I was like, take your bottoms off. And my husband is very modest, and he was like, no, I'm not. I'm like, but it's so freeing. There was hardly anybody around. There really wasn't. And then I put them back on before I went on shore, but it was one of the greatest moments of my life. Okay. All right. This isn't about you, Joleen. Objection. It kind of is. Sustained. Okay. So let's see what other Tom was just putting his juices in everyone. He just thought he was so cool. And it's like, Tom, you're 40. We're 40. Not that you can't be cool at 40, but I would sing a different tune if you weren't a 40-year-old, 41, possibly 46-year-old cheater. Okay. So then, like, welcome to Schwartz and Sandy's. And doesn't he look awake? He looks really awake. He looks a little too awake. You're catching what I'm dropping down on you like a ton of bricks. Very awake. Where Schwartz, he looks sleepy. Regretful. Tom Sandy butt. Even here, when his eyes are supposed to be looking down, they're so awake and alert, they're looking up. So I don't know what in the West Hollywood snow is going on over there. All right. So then Exhibit Z. Rachel Raquel, guy who is not having sex with Ariana. Brad, Ariana's BFF. Lala, sober, probably bored out of her mind. Logan. And then there's Ariana right next to Rachel Raquel. Rachel Raquel is the 6'7" cheater lady. She comes in, and that's when they have this little toast between the two of them. And she's staring at Tom Sandoval, who's on the stage, I say stage, it's a bar. He's on the bar, okay? Now she makes sure you can see him because he has the white nail polish. Exhibit double Y, exhibit XY chromosomes. And she's coming in, and she's trying to, you see how she's pushing? She's so aggressive. She's pushing her way through the glasses like, I must touch Tom's glass. And Tom's like, you must touch my glass. And she's laughing in the direction of Tom Sandoval, who's across the bar. Brad's having a good time. James Kennedy is ready to punch someone. I forgot who this guy is. Logan's pool culture. And Ariana's looking at her boyfriend like, this is all great. I'm so progressive and I'm such a nice person. And Rachel Raquel's like, I've seen your boyfriend's wiener up close and personal. It's like the Little Mermaid if she was an awful person. Okay. So again, we got the toast going on. Things are happening. They're making eye contact. It's just too much. Do you see how she's coming in the rear and she's pushing that glass up, that red wine glass? She's like, let me in. And it's like, girl, just toast. They already toasted in the group. You're doing too much. You're doing too much toasting now. She's like, but I want to touch his glass. So she just like stays there. Even when he walks away, she stays there with her red wine and her red wine teeth. Is that Anthony Jeselnik? It kind of looks like him. It's not. But she's there and he's gone. He is thinking about band. Okay. Also, Tom Sandybutt, you guys, fun fact, he was in the band. And we all know. What do we know about band people? What is a correct stereotype about band people? Feel free to put it in the chat. It has something to do with putting a flute in your ussy. What do we know about band people? They are Whores. Yes. Thank you. My husband was a band person. No, band and theater. I have a lot of band and theater friends, and they tell me, oh my God, I was missing out. I tried a little bit of theater, but then I went into Sporty Spice. I was like Sporty Spice mode. Band and theater people, they do it. They get it in. Okay. If I ever have kids, they're not joining either. Objection. You can't predict that. Overruled. Yes, I can. Yes, I can. Yes, I can. Easy, sleazy, lemon squeezy. The band and the theater kids and adults doing it. Okay. One time at band camp. It's true. It's true. My husband told me, one of my BFFs, Valerie, told me, she's like, them theater people are sluts. And she was talking about everybody. Men, women, all the above. Okay. They have crabs. Yes. Allegedly. Allegedly. The band camp. Okay. Oh my God. What? The guy that Tom made that song with? Oh my God. Oh my God. What? Tom Hanks? Little Miss No Name. What are you talking about? Oh, I'll have to look into that. DM me. That's oof. Oh my goodness. Yeah. But I'm just saying they're whores. Okay. So, or horses. I don't know. All right. But then you see Rachel Raquel again, hanging, waiting for her. Look at Ariana giving her man the look. She was giving him it's either I'm going to kill you or we're going to get it in tonight, which those looks look very similar on some of us women. I like Ariana. You don't know. You got to keep your men fearful. That's one of my, if I have a secret, like Linda was nice enough to share with us her 40 years of marriage, my years of marriage, which aren't 40. But I mean, they're okay. They're not up there. We haven't even hit 10 years yet, but we've been together over 10 years. And I will say the secret is make him fear you. Okay. You don't do anything. You don't gross. No, don't hurt anybody. But make him wonder. You know, when he looks at you, there should be a sense of what's she capable of. You should pick up that vibe, you know, it could go both ways. It could go both ways. Yes. Okay. So she's looking at him, but he's missing out. And there's Rachel Raquel still with the damn wine glass up. It's not going to happen. The cheer's already done. Okay. And this is where you see she finally succeeds at what her goal was the whole time. Hitting her glass to his glass. White nail polish to red wine stained teeth. There you go. All that so that she could touch his glass. At this point, his own girlfriend's like looking the other way because she's not a psychopath. Okay. But no, Tom Sandybud and Rachel Raquel, they waited. They waited till their glasses could specifically touch. And some people will say, Joleen, that is, well, maybe it's the other lawyer. Objection. Yes. What is your objection? That is actually a sign of luck. Everyone you cheers, you're supposed to directly hit their glass and look them in the eye. So that's just what she was doing. Overruled. They're whores. Okay. Her and Tom Sandybud. So clink, clink. Clink, clink, and clink, clink. But more clink, clink if you're no neck Randall. All right. So I mean, I had to watch that scene over and over and over again because I was just like, oh my gosh, their drinks are humping. Thank you, Miss T. Their drinks are making babies. Their juices are looses. All right. Yeah. Tom. Oh, see how you guys are picking up on this? God, you're good, Aaron. You are good. Look at Aaron. Okay. I'm going to pull that picture back up. And Aaron, you're right. What you said, you couldn't be righter. If you were Judge Joleen, he waited until Ariana's head was turned like the coward wiener cheater he is. Okay, why isn't this thing going away? Go away. Go away. I don't want you no more. He waited until she turned her head and then look at Rachel Raquel's looking at him. You can see his mustache here looking at her. Looking at you, looking at me. We're doing something really naughty. And we're not good people because we're going to hide it for the next 7 to 8 months or 9 months. How long it takes gestation for a baby. Yeah, where's Sheena? I thought this was supposed to be the after party for Sheena. She's there, but this wasn't about them. This was not about her. Hump and drink. You see it now. See? It all starts clicking, you guys. And anytime you think with Vanderpump, this isn't a good episode, they're all going to be good episodes now because there are humdinger little Easter eggs for us to grab. Yeah, Lala's lips are very pronounced. They are very natural. Those are baby, she was born that way. Ooh, there is no other way. Botox fillers, Restylane. Baby, she was born that way. She's not happy. She has to talk to Rachel Raquel. So Rachel Raquel then decides, I'm going to go, hi, Lala. Lala, do you want to talk? And Lala's like, what's up? What's up? Like, disengage, ho. Disengage, ho. I am Lauren from Utah. Disengage, ho. Disengage, ho. Disengage. And she's like, I just thought I would break the ice. How's it going? Not well, ho. Bambi-eyed bitch. But she's like this. Not well, ho. Bambi-eyed bitch. Okay? Pop, pop. Gang, gang, bitch. But not with you. She's like, okay, well, I was just thought I would break the ice. But I'm gonna live. I'm gonna live. And Lala's like, bye, bitch. Bye. I am cutting my losses this season. If you're down for Rand, you're not down for me. What? Okay. I didn't make that up. That's what she did. I mean, she was just like, she was throwing up some kind of signs. Like, she was just like, you don't want none of this. I live in Palm Desert, ho. Come out to the desert and talk to me like that on a cactus, bitch. Try to talk to me like that. Try it. It won't work. You don't want to mess with Lala. Now she's a desert chick. Now she's a desert hoe. Heaux. She's like, come out there, man. You can't survive. We got javelinas. You ever seen a javelina? They're blind, bro, but their sense of smell on point. They'll sniff you out. If you're trying to bang somebody's man, don't even try. I'm from Utah. You ever hiked at Mount Zion? That ain't Mount Zion, but it's Zion National Park. Real Housewives of, Mormon City, Salt Lake City. They call it Zion's, but it's actually Zion. We got bears, bro. You ever fought a bear? Me neither. What? Like, that's Lala. She's like, don't make me cap you. I'll put literally a hat on you. I like to cap a bitch. Oh my God. Send it to Daryl. Yeah, she's Lala the studio gangster. You know, she's just studio gangstering. Then we have to get this contrived scene of, Rachel Raquel has to be like, I'm going to go hit on Tom Sandoval. Or no, that's Tom Schwartz. And so I'm going to pretend to like Tom Schwartz. I'll talk to him about Legos. I know he loves Legos. Tom, have you built anything with Legos? And he's like, actually, I have. Do you want to see this? Do you want to see that? She's like, do you have a private room we could go in? And he's like, how about the shitter? So then they go over to the crapper. They have these conversations about how she loves EDM. She's just like, oh my God, shut up. I love EDM music. Shut up. Oh my God, Lala does not like EDM music like I like EDM music. So they talk about EDM music and her Star Machine. She's like, I just like to put on EDM. Is EDM music? I apologize for being so old. Objection, you're not old. You're 43. I mean, you're in the middle, but you never got into that kind of stuff. All right? That's not your fault. Sustained. Okay. Is EDM like, who's an EDMer? Is like, hello. Is it like that? Or like the mix of like humming and singing? Thank you, Jay Esco, for the super chat. Don't watch the show, but wanted to support. We love you, Jay Esco. Thank you. Is that what it is? Is that what it is? True, Shani, I am younger than Sandoval. I am younger because he is going to be 72, which I can't even. wow. I mean, and he's still acting like this crazy, but is okay. Okay, so that's what it is. It's like you're there and you have like a DJ up there and everything is LED lights and there's bubbles, I imagine, like bubbles, a little syphilis, and it's like every day I celebrate. Hi, hi, hi. Like that, like different. Okay. All right. We're doing it. See? We're doing it. Okay. They're on Molly for sure. For sure. I've been around friends who are on Molly and they were like touching each other's boobs and they put Vaseline on their faces. They sat in front of a fan and I was like, is that the new thing? And no one offered me any. It's a whole thing. Oh my God. Celebrate. Hallelujah, hallelujah, Jesus, 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 Jesus. That's the gospel EDM. Jesus, 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 Jesus. Save us, save us. I don't know what I'm doing now. I don't know what I'm doing at this point. I don't know what I'm doing. I do not, but I kind of love it. I want to be an EDM star. And I know there's talented EDMers, but Rachel Raquel just pops Molly. Is that what you do? Because you don't snort Molly. Can you snort Molly? I got sober too soon. Okay, so you pop the Molly and you're just like, and I can't stop and I won't stop. Can't you see it, sweet who on the night? Can't you see it, sweet who bounce that wave? Now you la. Oh yeah, there has to be like lights like this, like every day I celebrate. Hi. Everybody hug a cat. Hugging cats. She's high. You're right. Look at her eyes. Allegedly. Comedy. We don't know. Oh my God. And she's like, I look up at the stars. I'm just like, oh my God, like the universe is so big. Can you imagine her just like laying her back? I'm going to meditate. Like the universe is so big. And I'm like, just Lala is like a badge, but I'm like, just like a speck of dust inside a giant's eye. Oh my God. And I don't want to make her cry because I like giants. Okay. Oh, that's what it is, you guys. That's what it is. Hi, Tilly. Speaking of drug addicts, look at Tilly. She loves a little bit of Molly. I know. Come here. I'll hold you like a baby. It's okay. You're fine. You're good. Okay, so they're talking about EDM. Then they go into the restroom together, and then she pees. And I was like, oh, I hope he stays for the pee, because just what I said, relationships that stay for the pee don't last. But he left for the pee. And then I walked under that art installation. I didn't hear nothing. It was like, it looked cool because, you look up, and I didn't notice it at first, but my husband went to the bathroom first, and then I went to the bathroom second. And he's like, look up when you go into the restroom. So in that tiny little hallway there, you look up and there's like a screen of like trees and stuff. But other than that, I didn't hear nothing. It just looked like moving pictures. Like one of those frames you get your grandparents, like 5 years ago. So they could just see all the people they can't leave the house to see anymore because of COVID. So yeah, Tilly's here. Tilly's in the house. Producer Tilly. She's the bestest. She just sits on I wish you guys could see how she's like sitting on my lap. Maybe you can. Let's see. Okay, sorry. She's like, no, I want my privacy. I did not consent to that. Okay. So they're smelling, but here's the thing. Toms, you put an art installation where it's supposed to be like this meditative, like stop and breathe right in front of the shitter. Right in front of the crapper in LA, in a strip mall. Do you know how bad those pipes are? Do you know how old those pipes are? It's also next to Scientology. Who knows what's going on in the pipe? It's very... Oh, you okay? What's wrong? What's the matter? You just talking? You just want to talk? Yeah, you're mad. She is mad at Sandy Budd and Rachel Raquel. So they're like, isn't this so cool? Just come and take a big whiff of the air. It's like, no, bro. It's right next to the pooper. You're crazy. These two, I'm telling you, these two never had a romantic interest. They're drinking buddies. They're drinking buddies who sometimes get drunk enough and they didn't have anyone else around and they might have kissed, but he was still dating that hairdresser person. My husband's like, "Girl," so I think the wild did something good. So then she's like, I gotta go into the crapper. And she brought her drink in there. I mean, that is a rookie mistake. Never bring your cocky, as Marisol would say from The Real Housewives of Miami. Never, okay, Tilly, where are you going? Where are you going? Where are you going? Where are you going? Never bring it in the bathroom because you're going to get bathroom residue in your cocky. Leave it with a friend or finish it before you go into the restroom. You never bring food or beverages into a public restroom. You're just asking for doo-doo residue to get in your drink, right, Tilly? That's like she doesn't bring food in her litter box because there's residue. You know, if a cat can figure it out, surely giraffe can figure it out. Okay? All right, I'm going to set you down. I love you. I love you. Here, go to your little, go to your igloo. She has this little igloo she lays in behind my desk. It's pretty cute. So she brought her red wine in there. I'm like, oh my God, girl. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. Okay. Now we're in Mexico. Shane and Brock's wedding. The days finally arrived. I would like to say I'm excited, but I'm just looking for Easter eggs. And again, I will tell you, there are lots of Scandoval Easter eggs. Also, Brock and Sheena decided that James Kennedy could bring Allie to the wedding because James just wants to tongue kiss in front of Rachel Raquel. Once they got to Mexico, he was like, Allie, let's put our tongues in each other's mouths. She's like, no, James, no, you're being weird. He's like, come on, no one can see. And Rachel Raquel was right there. And I'm like, ugh. Maybe James and Rachel Raquel are MFEO, meant for each other, because they both behave very poorly. I know everyone wants to rewrite the narrative like James is some kind of hero, but he's still a monster. He spits on women's doors. He fat shames. He yells. He has issues. So he's not my hero. Okay. I'm not your hero, but that doesn't mean that I was. Okay. Just a little Tom Sandoval karaoke break for you guys. Who's this now? Okay. So he's right in front of Katie and them. Their Sandy buddies like, let's, cross arms and do this little drinky thing. And then there's Rachel Raquel right behind them as this is happening. You see her back there. James got one eye on Allie, one eye on Rachel Raquel. It's just very sad and pathetic at this point. Like, James is not worth it. But that's not the worst part. When we arrive, let me know in the chat if you guys noticed this. When we arrived at the Mexican hotel, all right, Sandy Butt gets out of an SUV. And then we see Katie and Christina Kelly and her baby in her belly and Lala over there. And then I'm like, I wonder who was in Sandy Butt's SUV. Well, sure enough, Three's Company. We got Rachel Raquel, who he's directly looking at, and then little Ariana right here. I got to make myself small again so you guys can see this. Little Ariana, little petite, cute Ariana. And then there's Rachel Raquel getting out like America's Next Top Model height. And Sandy was like, you need help? It's like, they're so banging. They are so banging by this point. There is no way. This woman was with them way too much. Way too much. You can't even get your own ride. You can't even get your own ride. She was either with them, if you look at social media, or she was with Brock and Sheena. And like pictures with them. She was like the third wheel of both of these couples, but mostly Sandoval and Ariana. And what's really creepy is there's an interview she did pre-season, which I believe was either right when this would have started, this affair would have started, or a little before, where she was like, I love Sandoval. He's my friend. He's my friend. Lala doesn't understand, but he's my friend. And he's become a really good friend to me. Sheena and Ariana have been really good to me, but Sandoval is one of my best friends. He's like a brother to me. Oh my God. Can we stop with the worst people in the world, the cheater, pumpkin eaters of the world, always saying that she's like a sister to me. She's like, why do these cheating people always want incest? What is it? They always compare it to sister or brother because that is their way of being like, oh my God, it's so innocent. If I will tell you, Auntie Joleen warning, number 3412. If a man you are with is like, she's like a sister to me, he's had sex with her, he wants to have sex with her because that's what we're learning about. It happens all the time. That is their way to pacify the situation. Be like, oh my God, she's like a sister. She is like, have you ever known a grown man to want to hang out with his sister that much? Honest to blog. Have you ever? Have you ever loved somebody so much it made you cry? And have you ever known a man, a grown man, that wants to hang out with his sister all the time? Because it's always some chick he's hanging out with 24/7. It's like, oh, she's like my sister. Nobody, even, and the sister don't want to hang out. I got a brother. I love my brother. We don't live in the same state. I love my sister-in-law. I love my niece and nephew. But even if I lived by my brother, we wouldn't hang out every day. We just wouldn't. It's just, no. We just, does not. Look at Teresa Giudice and Joe Gorga. They can barely stand each other. I know that's the complete opposite end of the spectrum, but there's also, if there is a brother and sister who are so just can't be away from each other, look into that. Get that DNA test. Make sure they're really brother and sister, not just lying to you. Because, oh no. Oh my gosh. So she was born in her brother because she said that's like her brother. And her best friend and her brother. So technically then it's brother boning, I know, Sharni, this is why I'm here for you guys, because you shouldn't have to notice this. You are healthy human beings. You have lives. I don't want you guys to go down the road I've went down. I'm fully on the dark side now, and I have to, I call it the bright side. Objection. That's no. Overruled. It's definitely the bright side. Okay. And I'm full investigative discovery. I don't care. I need to find out. Yes, Sam, thank you. That was just said on Watch What Happens Live. Jax and Brittany said, Jax said, first Jax goes, Stassi, oh my God, she's like a sister to me. She's like a sister to me. And then Brittany's like, they're laughing, Jax, because you guys used to date, so they think that's funny. That's like something we laugh at Hooters. That's very Kentucky. Now, I don't want to put down people from Kentucky. And I'm pretty sure I've been to Kentucky. And I'm sure I liked it. But is that, there's a state where all the jokes come from about the incestuous stuff. Is that Kentucky? Is it Alabama? I don't think it's Alabama. Is it Kentucky? Put it in the chat because it was interesting. Because right away Brittany picked up on that. She's like, they're laughing at you, Jax, because you used to date her. I don't know. That's funny. I want to get back on reality TV. I'm Brittany. Bitch. But then in the next breath, she's just, it's Brittany. I'm not a big fan of Jax or Brittany. If you are, God bless. You have every right to be. But in the next breath, she was like, yeah, that's Kristen though. They're like brother and sister. Mima saw them and Mima was like, I can't believe you two had sex. You guys are such like brother and sister. But Mima did have a second cousin that she didn't find out they were the second cousin until right before they were getting intimate. So she understands, she's very understanding. She makes a mean beer cheese and she's open-minded. You know how Lala said, not everything's black and white. Mima knows that too. Mima knows everything's not black and white. Mima's like, sometimes it's your cousin and you don't know it. You don't know it. So I don't know. But yeah, Jackson Brittany. Did I just send that to myself? I did. Where did it pop up? Where did you go? Date added. Okay. So in the next literal breath, Brittany was like, oh, no, Jackson and Kristen are like brother and sister. Like brother and sister. They would never. It's like, but they have. With mouths and genitals, they have. And these two, like you just told him, Jax, they're laughing because you said Stassi's like your sister and you used to date her and have intercourse under the Lord. Okay? And then in the next breath, she says, now, Kristen and him are like brother and sister. They're like brother and sister. Pump up the volume. Okay. Just say, okay, Deep South. I don't want to insult, any of my Southern friends. But I was like, I don't know. Welcome. Arbitrary observer. Welcome. Yeah, the first season I liked Brittany too. And then after that, I was like, oh, okay, I know what you're doing. And everyone's like, oh, she's so sweet. Whenever anyone tells me someone is so sweet, man or woman, I'm like, I don't like them. I don't trust sweet people. You got to have layers. You can't be sweet all the time. There's no one sweet all the time. You can't be sweet. You can be a kind person, empathetic person, but you're going to have moods throughout the day, and that's okay. But she's like, Jax. So again, if someone tells you, oh, they're like a sister to me or a brother to me, they're having sex. They're doing the ditty if you want to. That's what they're doing. Okay? Oh my God. I cannot listen to her podcast. She'd be like, Jax, what are you doing? I don't even know what he's talking about. Jax. And he's like, what? Are we back on reality TV yet? Okay. Oh, exactly. And if she was so sweet, why is she into him? Exactly. Why would she want him? Why would she be interested in someone who is not a nice person and has proven that time and time again? Because now everyone wants to rewrite history. They want to rewrite Vanderpump history and go, oh my God, Jax. No, Jax has always been trash. He'll always be trash, always was, always will be, forever, forevermore. Amen. Hallelujah. It's just now he's found an opportunist moment to jump on Ariana's the best. Remember how he criticized Ariana's bisexuality? He always had something against Ariana. He blamed Ariana for Tom Sandoval's behavior. They were outside of Tom's apartment when he helped him move a couch. And he was like, you weren't like this until Ariana. And now it's all, oh, Ariana is such an independent woman. All the women independent. You can roll with Jaxie. No, Jax does not like an independent woman. He's trying to tell people that. And then people forget because we have short memories. We do. Because for a minute I was like, no. I was like Charlotte from Sex and the City after Big was like, I can't do this, Carrie. And it's like, Big, you're 65 years old. Okay. If you can't get married now, just throw the whole baby in the bathtub away. I don't even know what that saying is, but just go. Just get out of here. You need some serious emotional help. Okay. And then Charlotte was like, no. Like that just visceral reaction from a friend who's like, I'm tired of seeing my friend get shit on. No, Big. That's how I felt about this Jax situation, because he's coming in like, Ariana's the top guy. Ariana's I want to hear what he has to say, because I wanted to watch What Happens Live, because I was like, oh, he'll give us a little bit of tea or something, or even if he doesn't, it'll be entertaining. But I remember you, Jax Taylor, Jason. I remember everything about you, Mr. Hockey Marketer, allegedly, who wanted to go, do that. You don't love a powerful woman. He's trying to be like, that's why I like Brittany, because she's a strong. No, you embarrassed the F out of this woman. Had an affair with Faith. The girls only blamed Faith for it, and then used microaggressions against her. It was a whole ass mess. And then they made excuses for you, and she stayed with you. No, you do not like an independent spirited. You don't like a woman who speaks her mind. You don't. You're the guy that says, I'll buy your tits, but I get to pick the size. And you're like, no, he's horrible. People are like, bring him back for what? He can go roast Sandy Butt on social media and we can watch it. We don't need him on the show to do it. If he knew Sandoval was like this all this time, he never said anything. You know why? Because he's like that. They're the same in their bed. And didn't he? No, they did it in the home of the woman Faith was caretaking for, right? And she had an audio recording of him saying awful stuff about Brittany. So stop with this, please, you guys. I know we want to find some good, but it's mostly bad. Most of the guys on this show are bad. The best man that's ever been on the show is Jiggy. R.I.P. Okay. But let's not rewrite Jax. We just can't. We just can't. Okay. I've went off on a tangent, but I think it was needed. Objection, it wasn't. People maybe didn't care what you thought about it. Overruled, they most certainly do. They're very kind, nice people. All right. So we're still at Tom and Sandy Butts. I'm still picking up little Easter eggs here and there. And let's see, Raquel. So now James's girlfriend. Oh no, we're out of town. We're out of there. We're in Mexico. We're in Mexico. All right. Rachel Raquel has driven with them to Mexico. Rachel Raquel is constantly just lurking. Even when Tom is here talking to Sheena, Rachel Raquel makes sure there's Ariana, like, hey, boyfriend, remember me? And he's like, kinda. And then there's Rachel Raquel, and she finds her way to stay near in proximity with Tom. Tom finds his way to stay near in proximity to her so that they can make awkward eye contact. As you can see right here from this other screenshot, he is, now this is a little speculative, but I think he's looking to the side and she's looking over there. What are you looking at, Rachel Raquel? Go to your room. Go to your room. We don't need all of this, okay? She does talk to the girls for a little bit, and then Sandy Butts like, oh no, she turned away from me. So he's moving away from Ariana then in the lobby of the hotel in Mexico and moving toward her. Oh no, I think my computer froze. Apologies if you guys can't hear me. I think my computer froze. Bummer City Township. Maybe you can still hear me. Let's see if I'm still on the YouTubes. My computer's like, this is too many screenshots, girl. Too many. All right. Let's see if I can find me. It says I'm still live.
At Lovesac,
It's playing an ad. We don't need that. Okay. And I am frozen. Fun. Justice for my frozen ass. Okay, I probably have to close some of these. Oh, my whole computer's frozen. Darn it. Oh, you can hear me, you guys? Okay, you can hear me. All right. Sorry, I'm All right, guys. How about now? Can everybody hear me? Oh my goodness, my computer hasn't done anything like that in a while. The audio should be working. Let me know if you can hear me. You're deaf. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. No, I think it should be working. Oh, you can hear me. Yay, we're back. We're back. Okay. Blame Tom Sandy Butt. I think he hacked into my computer. He was like, she's getting too close to the truth. She's getting too close to the truth. I had a lot of screen grabs open, and I just think it was too much for them to handle. Okay. So hopefully you all can now hear me. Good, good, good. I should have made this a two-parter because it's just so juicy, so juicy, juicy, juicy. But let me pull up a couple more shots I have from this last episode. And okay, everyone. Okay, good, good, good. Everyone can hear me. If you can't hear me, just let me know, because when we hit Mexico, that's when, it's getting even better this episode, and we have more little golden goose Easter eggs that we're picking up. As we talked about before, my computer failed us. Rachel Raquel did arrive with Tom Sandoval and Ariana in the lobby of the hotel alone. They were seemingly doing everything they could to be near each other or looking toward each other, making eye contact at different moments. And I was picking up on all of it. You can't hide from me in plain sight, Sandy Butt and Rachel Raquel. So even though, Sheena's like, hey, I know, Schwartz, you want to go celebrate with your ex-wife because you sold your house. And then Ariana and Katie get word that they got something about her sandwich location, which is great. They're very happy about. But very interesting enough, as the girls are getting this information, Lisa tries to play, a trick on them and say, sometimes, girls, in life there are, disappointments when it comes to business, and you'll get used to that, but not today, because you got the thing, you got the location. Me and Jamie, who looks more like a plastic surgeon than he owns restaurant space, you got it. And they were celebrating, and noticeably missed from this celebration was Tom Sandoval, who had been making eyes at Rachel Raquel since, Sheena's bridal shower or bridal party or whatever it was at Villa Rosa. But who was there? Tom Schwartz with tequila. So the girls are all celebrating. Ariana's celebrating with them. As you can see, Katie's drinking straight from the bottle. Lala's there, Christina Kelly. But there is no Tom Sandy Butt. No Tom Sandy Butt. Where was he? Because there was no Rachel Raquel. And you would think if Ariana is one of Rachel Raquel's best friends and Ariana is Sandy Butt's girlfriend and partner in life, he would be celebrating at this moment. Where is he? Schwartz is there celebrating his ex-wife. Lala's there celebrating the girls. Christina Kelly, they all looked like they were just waiting for this answer, for this to, for them to hear. And I didn't see Sandy Butt at all. So I was like, ooh, ba-doo-doo. I think he was with Rachel Raquel. Now that's objection, speculative, overruled, my channel, my rules. And I think they were off together rubbing nipples or something. They were doing something. Because even Lala came over and she was just like, oh my God, you guys got it. Christina Kelly was all excited. Everyone was so excited. But there was no Sandy Butt to be found. Okay, let me see if we got some other. Oh, that's the Lisa one. So they celebrate that. They're still in the lobby. There's still weird, exchanges. Look how excited Christina Kelly is for her friends. But and Ariana's like, we got the space, and she squeals, and Sandy Butt's nowhere to be. What a trash boyfriend. A trash ass boyfriend. They're all partying. They're having a little bit of drinks. They're like, woo, we did it. We got it. We're going to be paying $11,000 in rent for our sandwich shop. Awesome. And I was happy for them. I think they're doing better business model wise than the Toms, but that's not that hard to do. So let's see if I can find any of these other little screen grabbers where you can see. Okay, there was all hands in hug thing. Okay, look at this. Again, they're looking at each other. So Brock's also looking at Tom Sandoval, so he might have been having sex with him too. I'm not sure. You know, I'd have to be convinced differently. But as you can see, Brock, direct eye contact. Rachel Raquel, direct eye contact. And also Sandoval, direct eye contact with Rachel Raquel. I mean, some serious stuff, guys. Some serious, and she's right next to Ariana. Like she was ever her friend. And I'm like, how dare you, miss? How dare you? There was another moment where they all put their hands in the middle, and I wanted to get into maybe looking at whose hand were on top of whose, but that might have to be for another video because we got so many screen grabs. You have this one with Ariana, you have Tom. This is where James is like, Rachel Raquel, did you get a room with a pool, swim up? And she's like, I didn't because Lala was going to get one. So I did it. But I also wanted to respect you and Allie. And like, if you guys were going to be swimming up and like having intercourse, I didn't want to see that. And he was like, oh, babes, you never had one before? You never had a swim up pool? She's like, no, I just don't want to see you guys. Don't want that. And Allie's like, oh my God, what? Why are you talking about Rachel Raquel? Can we pretend she's not here? It's like, no, Allie. When someone like James Kennedy gets in another relationship and hasn't processed his previous relationship, this is what happens. You are with a man-child, and this is what he's going to unfortunately continue to do. Is he is going to pretend that he has moved on, and he's going to just throw himself at you, in you, and really he's only talking about Rachel Raquel 24/7. Okay, so here's the hands. Oh my gosh, let's dissect this. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Brock, I don't know. I think Brock might have given it up to him, allegedly. I'm not sure. All right. So we have Sheena with the tat. Black t-shirt is, let me pull up another screen. We really got to look into this because we can't get this wrong, guys. I mean, we can get it wrong. Okay. We know Rachel Raquel is on top because, right? Wait. Hold on. Hold up. They don't love you like I love you. Slow down. They don't love you like I love you. Okay, I'm thinking she's the top because when she did her interview with TMZ, where she pretended that TMZ had just found her, and she was like, oh, hey, I didn't see you there. I'm doing okay. I think those are her kind of chromy nails she got. I think that's her hand on top. Now where's Scandoval's hand? Is he the black t-shirt? I have to remind myself. Okay, let's pull up a separate pic. Yes. Okay. She's okay. Okay. So here's in proximity. Okay. This is exhibit 9969. Objection. You were using letters before. Overruled. Letters and numbers. Okay. Here is where they were after they had all their hands in. Okay. So he's wearing a black shirt. There's Sheena. We have Lala, James, Ariana must be behind Sheena. Okay. And the white nails are going to be Sandy Butt. So let's keep this one up, but then let's put this one back. Okay. So I think, do they have two hands in? Did they put two hands in? That's my question. That is the question. To put two hands in or not? Okay, so there's Sandy Butt. Okay, so there's his nails, I think. And then Rachel Raquel's would be, if she put two in, it'd be here and here. And his are here. And where's his other hand? This might not be Rachel Raquel. We might need further examination of the evidence to truly, I don't want to jump to any conclusions, even though I definitely want to jump to conclusions because it's a jump to conclusions board where the object of the game is you jump to conclusions. So I think something tells me, so here's Rachel Raquel's sweatshirt. Something tells me that first one is hers. But let me look at another picture here. And Ariana is going to be, what's Ariana got? Okay, so Rachel Raquel has a bracelet. She's going in with a bracelet, so that's not her. That's that. Oh, the light-skinned arm there, that one I thought was Rachel Raquel is actually Ariana. I think this is Ariana. And this is Schwartz. And this is Sandy Butt. And who's this? Rachel Raquel does have a bracelet on. I need to get to the bottom of where the bracelet is and what bracelet she's wearing. Okay, there's got to be another shot of her with said bracelet. Does Ariana have a ring on? That's the question. Now I'm looking at another picture of Ariana's nails, and this does look like those are probably Ariana's nails. That first one. And Ariana is like lighter skin tone. She just gets spray tans, but she's a pale girl like me. Where Rachel Raquel, she gets pretty tan. She's one of those gets tan from the sun kind of hoes, you know? Okay, so let's revisit. Huh. That's kind of a manly arm though. So if it went Scandoval, Ariana, Rachel Raquel, Sandy Butt, that would go Scandoval, Ariana, then would this be Rachel Raquel? And if that's the case, she's on top of Scandoval. And then you have Sheena, and then you have Lala is here. And then this must be James. He pulled out too soon. Doesn't surprise me that he uses the pull-out method. Okay, and then this is, who the hell is this? Or maybe that's James. I don't know. Or maybe that's Lala. That's Lala. She's got two, I think. Or maybe, oh no, Allie, Lala, Sheena, James pulled out, Ariana, Tom, and Schwartz, Rachel Raquel, I think. And if that's the case, Rachel Raquel's hand is on top of Tom Scandoval. I rest my case. I don't believe in love, and we're all going to die together and alone. Okay? Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh, they were doing it. They were doing it for sure. The bracelet. Okay, but Ariana has the white bracelet. Does she have a white bracelet? Oh, it's so hard to tell. Let me tell you, this detective work, it is a lot. Okay, it is a lot. Holy cow. And we're doing it in real time, you guys. We are the team. Okay, but here, Rachel Raquel, I think, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And Ariana does have a ring. I just saw that. Rachel Raquel's bracelet does look a little darker, though. Let's see. Okay. Okay. And she does have very dark arms, very tan arms. So let's look at it one more time because we want to be thorough in our investigation. Okay. All right. So, all right. If this one's not her, and this, we need to look for another bracelet. And we do have nails here on top of, that arm would go, this is probably Lala because she's got claws. Rachel Raquel could be there. I don't know. It's too close to call, as the good guys say. It's too close to call. But you know what isn't too close to call, you guys? Their proximity to one another, yet again, is right next door. Right next door. They're neighbors. They're neighbors. Joleen Holmes, thank you. Cracked the case. Cracked the case. Yeah, I think Ariana's on top too. She's always on top. Little Miss No Name. I agree because she has the lightest tan of the tans. Her and Schwartz are the lightest tans. Oh, that was a big one. That was a big one, you guys. Either way, they're too close for comfort. They're too close in proximity to one another. From this moment, life has begun with our genitals. Okay. So, all right. So we're finally, this is how much investigative discovery I did in this damn hotel lobby. Because I'm like, there is some shiz going down and I am going to find out about it. All right. Let's move on to when we go to the rooms, because this was disturbing, because we see Tom Sandy Butt pretending to, what we can only assume now is, he's putting on a good act with Ariana in their room. Let me get rid of some of these so I don't keep grabbing the same one. Okay, so he lays her down. He basically tackles her into the bed, which is always so sexy. I know I love a good tackle. I don't love a good tackle. Okay, I don't at all. And then, so he tackles her into the bed, and then they're like, maybe we can put our beds together. But they do kiss because she believes, like, this is my man, for better or for worse or for worser or for trumpet or for karaoke band, this is my band. Meanwhile, in probably a room next door with a glory hole, Rachel Raquel is plugging in her star machine, and Tom Sandy Butt brought a star machine as well. So they're both like, you can come check out my star machine. And then she was like, I need to meditate, which is code for think about how I'm going to sit as close as possible to Tom Sandy Butt at the dinner. So she put her star machine because she's on Molly, allegedly. And that's just how it is. I know I have to. My husband just gave me you need to go to bed soon. You have a 7 a.m. meeting in the morning, ma'am. I know. And I still have to work on a spreadsheet for it. But you know what? We're multitasking. So they walk into their room and they're like, maybe we can push the beds together. Oh, ugh. He better have wrapped it up. He better have wrapped it up. Jeez. Does anybody use condoms anymore? Do any of you kids use the condoms? I don't even know. All right. So they're in their room. He's pretending to be the doting boyfriend. And he's probably still gonna, have intercourse. And then, but I did like when Ariana was like, now I have Tom to myself. He's my prisoner. And this spoke volumes to me because it's like, now it's a total different type of prison she wants him in. Now she wants him in the clink, clink. Clink, clink, Teresa Giudice. Clink, clink. She wants to take him down. And I don't blame her. But nothing else to get in the way. This was sad. I'll say this was sad. Nothing else to get in the way of my quality time with Tom. There's a giant woman named Rachel Raquel. She's like 6'2". She models bikinis. She says she's your best friend. She says Tom's like a brother to her, but they're doing it, Ariana. They're doing it. And I'm so sorry. Okay. We got to move on from that because again, here's Tom. I'm so fun. You're not fun. You just have greasy hair and a bad singing voice. You're a cheater. All right. So then this takes us to dinner. And dinner, don't think I'm done with the Easter eggs for dinner, guys. I got more for the whores. Okay. So they are at dinner. Christina Kelly invites herself, which I wasn't mad because she's with child at this point. So she's very hungry. Okay. So the baby had to eat, Sheena. And I get that she was mean at your wedding and your crop top wedding dress. And that wasn't very nice. It wasn't very nice. And she was a henchman, is that what you call him? Or a, kind of a agreeing, it's getting late and I'm forgetting my words, but you know what I'm saying? We're 2 hours in. She just did kind of what Stassi wanted, but I'm kind of enjoying Christina Kelly this season. But when Sheena mentioned, I don't normally talk about it, but I'm half Mexican. I was like, girl, you should talk about it. Being half Mexican is rad. Oh my God. My husband is all Mexican. My last name is Hernandez. I love it. You should be proud. It is a rich, beautiful culture, but for her own reasons. Maybe she just doesn't talk about it. That's her prerogative. She doesn't got to. But when they said she looked like a girl at a skanky quinceanera. I think we can all agree. I mean, Stassi in the past said a lot of things that were problematic. But to hear Sheena say now that she was offended by that, I was like, oh, okay. I mean, that's her right. That's her right. Okay. And yeah, that wasn't nice. It wasn't nice, but Christina Kelly's still there. You know, she's got to feed the baby. So they're sitting there. Rachel Raquel shows up. Apparently, she thought they were going to, she forgot it was nighttime. She has to remind herself, nighttime, no sun, daytime sun. So she wore her sun hat. And she was like, oops, sarsies. And so she's sitting there at the end of the table, probably texting Sandy Butt. Now, when Sandy Butt arrives, there's a look. They give each other a look, and he leans over the table with his necklace. And I was like, oh, okay. Oh, yeah. And then they tried to put together a thing where Rachel Raquel she is just tripping. It's not tripping. What do you do? Spinning. What do you do on Molly? You are hoeing. No, you're drooling. No, there's like rolling. She is rolling with the homies, allegedly. Okay. But a watch. Oh, she's got that. Here's closer onto the bracelet. We'll have to go back on another date. Oh, she's rolling into someone's boyfriend. She's high. There's Christina Kelly. She's like, I gotta feed the baby. You know, the baby's got to eat, even in the womb. It's got to eat. So she's like, the baby eats what I eat. Kale. Christina Kelly looks like she only eats kale. She just looks like one of those really healthy people. James Kennedy is going to show up, and he's going to show up with Ally McBeal. Him and Ally McBeal. He's like, wear this, babes. And then he realizes I think he forgot he had buttons on his shirt because he's been working out. He's very aggro now. He's very aggressive. He's like, oh, you're looking at me. And then they're like, oh, you look adorable. Ally McBeal. And he's like, what about me? I got tits now. You know, he worked himself out into some man tits, which I guess is like the goal now for all the men's to have the tits. He's got Rachel Raquel tits now. And he sits down. Obviously, the baby, Lala, and Christina Kelly come. And okay, they're sitting there. I'm trying to get to when Tom arrives. So then Tom rolls up on the scene. First picture. Exhibit 69, 69, 69. Okay. And he's like, here, Dumpling, sit down. I was like, don't you call her Dumpling. Don't you call her Dumpling. Don't you call her Dumpling, sir. She's not your Dumpling. They're even color coordinated. I'm like, Rachel Raquel doesn't notice because she's too busy. Look who she's looking at, James. Because this is all a ploy for two reasons. For Rachel Raquel not to have to pay her bills and for her to get back at James. Because remember, once Rachel Raquel admitted a couple episodes ago that she never paid for anything and James Kennedy paid for everything, I was like, a what? A what? A who? You had a job too. I mean, she had a job. She was a pageant person. She's a model. You couldn't pay for anything. She was like, I'm going to have to learn how to pay for stuff because James paid for everything. So, of course, she's going to look for the next up on the show for someone else to pay for her because she doesn't like to pay her own bills, allegedly. So, and then, you know, the way she talks about James, I do think she still got that feeling. So I think Sandy Butt is just, you know, she's looking at him like, you pay the electricity? I didn't know you had to pay for electricity. I thought it just like comes from the sun. I don't know. Lala, I'm not dumb, Lala. I would agree. It's just not in electricity. I didn't go to electricity school. Okay. Yeah, it looks like James did pay because his dad didn't always have those veneers. Good catch on that. Good catch on that. Okay. So then, you know, he's pulling the chair out. Rachel Raquel's busy, but it doesn't take her long to realize her new baby daddy has arrived. Her new meal ticket has hit the scene, and his name is Tom Sandy Butt. And she's like, I can't wait to move into your farmhouse. Lala says I wouldn't have a house, but I will. Okay. So right away, she locked eyes with her love interest. And I'm like, oof. I don't know about this. And then he has the audacity the audacity to sit there with that dumbass necklace around his damn neck. And I was like, no, not today, neck, in the words of Candace. I'll just change it to not today, necklace. And then Rachel Raquel, look at that hat, that oversized hat. It's like if you're watching Ultimate Girls Trip season 3 when Candace wears the big hat on the boat and no one can see anything. It's hilarious. Raquel's doing that, but it's less fun and it's at dinner where you definitely have to see what you're eating. So, so frustrating at this point. Then Tom starts, being the center of Tom attention. And then did I catch another one of them? Rachel Raquel still is looking at Tom, even though Tom is looking for a mirror. She's still looking for him. And then this is where James Kennedy, we find out, look at those guys in the back. Oh my God, it's like everyone's Midwestern dad back there. They're on a trip. They're like, Mexico, Bob. Yeah, they got Coronas on special. They got limes all year round. It's not like in Wisconsin, Hey, do you guys do Bloody Marys with beer chasers? Can I get a beer chaser? You don't know what that is? Oh, it's you get a Bloody Mary and they give you a little beer on the side and a little lowball, like a Miller Lite or something. Well, no, you don't pay for it. You get it for free. They do it in Minnesota and Wisconsin. It's called a beer chaser. You have it with your bloody. You guys don't do that? All right. Well, maybe you should try. And they're laughing. They're like, look at these kids. They're just excited to eat tacos and, drop stuff on their cute little bellies. All right. So this is where Ariana decides to go, no. And when I saw this kind of aggression come from Ariana, this kind of passion, I was like, oh, I hope this is what she did at the reunion to Tom Sandy Butt. I hope, but I also kind of think he doesn't even deserve her to be that passionate about it, but I want her to be like that to him. Part of me does, at least. And apparently James, who's just drinking and, got drunk at Sheena's thing and was going to drop some of Lisa's fine china and then got to Mexico and was acting like an idiot. One of Brock's big Australian friends was like, hey, mate, let's see, Foster's Australian for beer. That's how I get in my Australian accent. He's like, hey, mate, you got a Foster's Australian for beer? James like, get off me, bro. And he bucks up. He chest bumps him like he's in a hockey game. And I have opinions on this. I don't necessarily think it was wrong because I find annoying men who grab at you to be the worst. And if someone comes and I don't care if you're drunk, annoying men who are like, because, drunk people always think, look at everyone loves this. And you're just like, oh, get off me. And if you're not expecting, I could see where he's like, but I can also see James taking it to the next level because he's been lifting. He's had some creatine. He does protein shakes. He's feeling himself. He eats Chipotle. He's down with the brown rice. And so he's like, I got tits now. And so he probably put his muscle tits into the guy. And Ariana thought it was just too much. She was like, I don't like violence. I don't like aggression. I don't like that you did that. And James can be out of control. So Ariana immediately is like, oh, I just sat down Tom. And Tom's like, what? I'm just checking myself out in the mirror, bro. What? Huh? Are you talking about my strip mall bar? No? You talking about trumpets? No? You talking about being extra? No? You talking about karaoke? No? All right. Well, I'll try to listen. Are you talking about Rachel Raquel? My sister? And she's like, I get accosted right away. And then Allie McBeal's sitting there and she's like, this is weird. Okay. My manager says I can still play a 14-year-old on Nickelodeon if I want to. So that's exciting. Anybody interested? No. I read very young. That's what they say. That's what the casting people say. Okay, cool. And Ariana's like, I didn't like that. I didn't like it. And just like Miss T saying, she got activated. And James like, what's the big deal? I didn't know who this dude was. And she's like, well, it was one of Brock's friends. He's going to be in the wedding. This is ridiculous. The Midwestern dads are like, they got a happy hour over here where they got it on tap. Yeah, Bill, you pop over here between 4 and 6. They got Coronas on tap. They got that Corona Light too. I know you're trying to do low carbs. So if it's you're trying to do keto, Yeah, you can get them over there. Yeah, you can squeeze all the limes in there. Not too much, so it gets my tummy acid. I get the toots. But Barb's not here. She's at home, So I guess I can toot it up. So they're back there, talking about tacos and stuff, having a good old time. And then Ariana's like, I don't like that. I don't want you to be violent. We don't need this violence. Down with the violence. And Rachel Raquel's like, oh, shit. And James is like, it wasn't shitty on my part. And Ariana's like, it was shitty on your part. I couldn't tell if you guys were friends at first. Maybe you knew this guy. I was like, oh, he's hugging. And then it turned into like this thing where you acted all aggro like an idiot because you're drinking again. You shouldn't be. But your dad with the weird, cap teeth that you paid for said you should. And Ariana's trying to talk to him, but in true James Kennedy fashion, he doesn't know how to talk to women unless he's gossiping to throw another one under the bus or he's yelling at them. Because that's how he talks to women, So he's like, what? And he's ready to get activated. And Ariana's trying to talk to him. And Ally McBeal's like, oh my gosh, I never thought I'd be here after AfterBuzz. This is so surreal. But also I'm like really embarrassed because this guy like won't stop talking about Rachel Raquel. She won't. And Ariana's trying to get her point across. It's not working. Scandoval is pissed. Not because James is coming for his woman, but because he's not the center of attention. And nobody's dick riding him. So he's like, ugh, this sucks when other people want to talk. And then he looks at Ariana like she's the damn devil instead of putting his arm on her, checking in like, yeah, right, babe? You good? I think you're right. I think you are right. I think I'm with you. You are a woman. Here you are. Get it. I am just a cis male. But I know as a cis male, I can't just pop off. You can pop off. But us cis white males, we are very oppressed. We can't do it like you do it. Okay?
The new thing is that, as a cis male,
Did you say cyst?
raise your voice, yell, do whatever you feel entitled to do. But as a straight male, if I was a woman, I could do that. If I was a gay male, I could do that. But as a straight male, if I raise my voice, it's wrong.
You realize in that moment, he's arguing. He's upset because he can't yell at women. He's like, it's not fair. The gays can yell at women and get upset, and the women can yell at women, but us cis males can't. Straight males, we can't even yell at a woman anymore. What happened to good old 1954? It's just so, I feel so oppressed. I feel oppressed. And then, I just feel like Sandy, but now knowing what we know, he was not a good support system for Ariana, who was clearly reaching out to her significant other. And then James talks through Tom because, again, don't talk directly to a woman. That, you got to talk to the man and make sure he's okay. He's like, Tom, Ariana obviously thinks it's a big deal. And I was just showing off my new muscle tits. And you can see Ariana's just like so annoyed. She's definitely been nice to James. She's had his back, but they're over it, and he's just in Ally McBeal's space. Look at Ally McBeal. She's like, like, why? Sir, you're supposed to be, wooing the women so that they want to sleep with you, so that they want to be with you, cuddle with you, trust you. But no, and then you can see Ally McBeal here is like, oh my God, who are you? And she even said like, who is this guy? I don't really like this. I don't like this side of him. Okay. And then our Ariana is talking about, berating and all this stuff. And Rachel Raquel now has put a sweater on and she is eating. And she's like, Lala, I'm so glad I stuck up to Lala, and I'm so glad I don't have to deal with James Kennedy anymore. I am so glad that Allie has to look sad and weird. And then Lala gets involved, and Lala's like, James, you shut up. You shut the up, okay? Violence is wrong, and if you don't shut up, I will pop you in the head. I will come and punch down your life. And I'm like, oh. Violence begets more violence. Lala, she's trying to be like, you shouldn't have been violent with that guy while threatening violence on James. It's so Lala. It's so Lala at this point. They're like, James, you don't come up and start a fight with someone. And if you keep talking to me like that, I'm going to punch you in the face and stab you in the throat and cut out your heart and eat it right in front of your girlfriend, Ally McBeal and Rachel Raquel, because I'm from Utah, So I'm just like, interesting way to approach it. But she definitely threatened James with violence. She's like, you're getting very slick with that tongue. You're getting very slick. And I am Lauren from Utah. Lauren Marie to be exact. Okay. Did you see my ex? That's my type. That's not my type. I like the guy that makes the sheets wet and I can't sleep in them at night. I like that guy. But I was with the opposite guy for all those years. Okay. I don't remember. I had to fly commercial here. Commercial, gang, commercial. I had to fly commercial. I don't remember last time I had to fly commercial, but that's my life now. So don't come at me. I will stab it. I will stab you. Stop. I wonder when Lala is going to realize that no one's afraid of her. Like, is that going to cross her mind? I don't know. It's just so funny to me. And then James like, I didn't shove a guy to the ground. Oh, I didn't. Lala's like, don't come at me. And then, he starts swearing and that's just the whole thing. Ally McBeal looks terrified. She's like, I just wanted to be a kindergarten teacher, because apparently all these women wanted to do. No, she wants to be a full-time astrologer. She was like, this is such Taurus energy. I can't even right now. I can't even. The Taurus moon and sun and inner workings of his Leo sky is really fucking with my third eye and my fourth eye. Okay. Oh my God. We should have got a reading before this because he is acting up and I can't take it. So Rachel Raquel, the end of look at Rachel Raquel. Look at this look she's giving. She is mean mugging, watching Ally cringe with embarrassment. She's like, oh, Rachel Raquel, not like that. Oh my goodness. Ooh. And here's Ally. She's right in the middle of her man baby. Her newborn aggro baby she has to now raise back from alcoholism. Because daddy says it. I mean, Ally's face says it all. But she's still with him, girl. There is not enough crystals. There are not enough astrology that can save this man. He needs intensive therapy, miss. Oh, my goodness. My goodness. So ultimately, it brings Ariana to a state of, I will raise my voice, sir, because you do not listen to me when I use my everyday woman voice. You don't listen. She didn't have to threaten him with violence like Lala's like, I will cap you. Do I own a gun? No. But I own these fingers. I own these Twitter fingers. I own these social media fingers. Don't want to end up in my stories. You don't. Lala, you don't. Like that. Like that's what I mean, it is just It's funny. And then James was like, he hit me fast. My daddy was a producer. He hit me fast. She's like, I don't like him doing it, and I don't like you doing it. And she was like that TikTok trend. And she slapped it out. Dunzo. You are dunzo, sir. She shut you down. She mommed your ass. She put you in a timeout. You're in a verbal timeout. You got a verbal spanking, and she didn't even have to say anything scary or threatening. Just listen to me. You're in the wrong. I don't like when you do it. I don't like when anybody does it. I don't like violence. Okay? Lala, stop threatening him. I don't like violence. We're not going to do that. You're acting like a prick face, and I'm done with you, and I'm done with this, and you don't effing listen to me, and now you will listen to me. We're going to roll the credits, and we're going to see you freak out, and then Ally McBeal is not good with confrontation, clearly. She's very uncomfortable, and she gets up, and her dress is askew, and she's like, I got to go. I got to call my dad. He's got to come pick me up. It's like when you're at roller skate, you get in a fight with one of your friends, and you're just like, oh my God, I gotta go. I don't want to sleep over at her house anymore. She's being a total biatch. And that's how she is. She's like, I don't want to sleep over at James' house anymore. I'm going to call my dad. He's going to pick me up. He says he'll drive to Mexico. It's not a big deal. He lives in Arizona by Rachel Raquel's parents, NBD. I'm leaving. There are not enough silky dresses in this world for me to sit through this. I'm not doing this. Is there a Forever 21 nearby? I need some retail therapy. Is that even still a store? I'm not sure. But I have to get out of here. What in the H&M is going on? I didn't sign up for this. I signed up for social media following, not for this. No, but Allie does seem like a nice person. I mean, we don't know much about her, but James is like, oh, great. Now my girlfriend's gone. Now my girlfriend's gone. Yeah, because of you, bro. And then Lala's just like, that's right. And don't get it twisted, and don't get twisted up in my hair extensions or my nails or my filler on my lips, because I will come for your girlfriend too. Allie, I like you, but don't do me like James tried to do me. Don't do me down in the DM. Okay? Go. Disengage. 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 Dick engage. Disengage your dick and go. Go. Don't make me do what I used to do to No Neck. I used to just push his neck down even farther, and they would go down in there and be like, what? Don't make me. I'd call him Big Ed. It was just a whole thing, you know. And then Rachel Raquel's like, this is a really good dinner. I'm going to take off my jacket and smile. This is awesome. This is so fun. I wonder if Scandoval wants to meet up on the sly after this. And then we get James Kennedy with his head in his hands. Yet another season of James Kennedy having to be taught once again and shown that alcohol is not his friend. Pretty soon he's going to be crying to Lisa. Can I DJ? Can I DJ for the ponies? Can I DJ at Villa Rosa? Can I DJ in the Villa Rosa parking lot? Can I DJ in the old Sir parking lot where everyone used to fight? I'll sit on the crates. I don't even need to bring my DJ board. I'll just do the and I'll use Rachel Raquel's little light with the stars, the galaxy light. Okay, and I got my own song. Sandoval's a liar. Sandoval's a liar. Sandoval's a liar. Kanye. Kanye. Sandoval's a liar. You know. It's truly later than we think, you guys. To be continued. To be continued until next week. So all of that to tell you that this episode was full of Easter eggs. Easter eggs of Sandoval looking for Rachel Raquel looking for Sandy Butt. It was a lot. You can sing Sublime with a galaxy light for sure. On the freeway in the county where the sun don't shine. I feel. You know, you can do tons of stuff with that. You know, you can sing Sublime, Gwen Stefani crossover. I saw red. Every day I love him just a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more. Every day I love him just a little bit more, and he loves me the same. So baby, if you want to get low, oh baby, if you want to get high, it makes no sense at all. I saw red. You know, you can do whatever you want. You can do whatever you want. Tell me, are you a bad fish too? Are you a bad fish too? But I ain't got no money to spend. I hope this night never ends. Okay, I am really tired, and I do still have to work on a damn spreadsheet. Lord knows I'm weak. Won't somebody lift me off of the reef? Baby, you're a big blue whale. That's Sandoval. He's like, you're a big blue whale. You're a big blue whale. I had a new life. You can hardly recognize me. Okay. It's later than you think, you guys. I've had so much fun with you tonight. We were over 270 strong, sometimes 300 strong. Hopefully you guys all hit the like. You have been fantastic. Thank you so much for the super chats and all of the discussion. This has been fun. I'll be back very soon with another video. Yes, tomorrow's Thursday. Right? Because it's still Wednesday here. Is it freaking Wednesday? It's Wednesday. Yeah, tomorrow's Thursday. Oh, Melissa, I wish. I know. I was like, oh, no, it's not. It's not. It's not. It's okay. It's okay. We will say hey to Nana. I will say hey to Nana. Nana is living her best life. Nana's living her best life. Okay. So you guys are great. Fantastic. Make sure you hit that like. Please comment after this video post. It helps in the algorithm. Plus, I love to hear what you guys have to say. And so I can just scroll the comments and read and reply and have a great, great time. I want to talk about the Sheena of it all and all the Bravo news and things, but this episode just had so many Easter eggs, so I'll come back and do a separate video for that. But everybody go get some rest wherever you are in the world. I hope you enjoy your day, and remember to enjoy yourself because it's later than you think. Bye, everyone.